obviously Mikey Music. We've got producer Alex always locked in the booth. Got shit going on over there. We got everything we need going. It's another episode. We got our boy Criskub in the building. Cristian Toscano.
Hey, how you doing?
This is the man of the hour. Came and visited us at the studio today. We're hanging out. It's been long awaited. We've been trying to book it for the last couple of weeks, probably for the last month.
Too long.
But we got busy schedules. You're always traveling, as we'll get into. Just came back home from UFC 316. Not the performance we were looking forward to, but it is what it is. Good fight card nonetheless.
Yeah.
But yeah, Criskub's in the building.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have him on today, chop his brain about his life, where he grew up, things like that, how he found the gym, what he does for a living. A lot of interesting stories that'll come about. So without further ado, Chris fucking Cub. What's up, baby?
What up, G? How you
Say
doing?
hi. I'm doing good.
Oh, now we gotta redo that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Cut. No, I'm kidding.
That was good.
So we met probably what, three and a half years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
I would say like online. I knew you like
5 years
Yeah,
ago.
probably
5,
longer
6
than
years ago. Yeah, for sure.
but actually met it was all like Boston. And
Boston. Was that the first time we met? Was Boston?
Yeah,
So that was August of 21. So that
Or
was
no, 2023.
20. Was it that?
Yeah, 23.
It's only 2 years ago.
Yeah. I know.
Dang,
Boston
it feels like longer.
I know. It feels like forever.
So I met you officially in Boston. Man, what a trip. Oh my God, what a trip. I think we were going over some of that trip on one of the previous episodes about how legendary that trip was. How everybody
Pretty
was
perfect.
outside that garden arena,
Yeah.
just going absolutely nuts.
It felt like the first time, like, Jobins have gathered at a Sean fight, but it felt like the biggest, like,
Yeah,
gathering
for sure.
of Jobins. Like,
For sure, like we've all gone to Vegas here and there and everything like
Yeah.
that, but that one definitely felt like the one for sure.
Yeah.
Which it kind of felt the same this past weekend.
Yeah.
Felt pretty good going into it. Obviously, he was healthy, had a good training camp, so on and so forth. Just
100%.
Rab's a fucking animal, as he
He's a
said.
motherfucker.
He's a motherfucker.
But dude, he had hella support even afterwards. Like the whole week, all you saw was Sean's stuff.
Oh yeah, of course,
Sean's
of
stuff
course.
everywhere.
Bro, his fans travel, dog.
Yeah.
They travel.
They
It's
roll
pretty
deep.
lit. Yeah, they
roll
definitely
deep. More
roll
than I
deep.
see for like any fighter. And I know we're just at the Sean fights, but I've been to other fights and I've seen Sean still being supported
Right.
more than some fighters that are fighting.
It shows big at the press conferences.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the press conferences and the weigh-ins, it shows big time. You just see like this whole chunk of the crowd that's
Yeah,
all like going
100%.
crazy for show.
And like everybody has haters and shit.
Yeah,
But you don't see them in person. Bro.
No.
Trust me.
No.
All we got, especially Schmidt too. All he got was support.
I have a video of being in the arena in the Garden pre-fight, and the entire like waiting lobby, probably 4,000 or 5,000 people were just shouting, "Let's go, Shug! Let's go, Shug!" And then "Fuck Aljo" was a good one all weekend.
The
That
one
was
like the
going
classic
crazy.
one is the Sean on down.
Yeah. And then the walkout in Boston.
Yeah. I
That was
still
iconic.
watch that shit sometimes.
Same. I still do too. I still remember exactly where I was at too.
I was on that
6
floor.
seats.
Around
you were on the floor.
Yeah, it was weird because like everywhere on the outskirts, like from like 101 up, it felt like all shit fans. But like on the floor itself, there was a lot of Aljo people.
Really?
Or like
That's
people
funny.
from that area that were just supporting Aljo or whatever.
That's so funny because I remember being in the arena. I bought seats up next to Jesus, but I don't sit up there. I don't ever sit up there. I go find another
we always
spot.
get those Jesus seats.
Yeah,
we
of
make
course.
our way down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I found some seats right in front of the suite on like the first level for me and the homies. And then I actually ended up finding a better seat. But there was only 2 seats, so I wanted to check it out for a little bit.
Right.
Ended up being the seats that were the only seats left in the entire row because of all the cameras that were there that night.
Okay.
And so I'm assuming, what I had assumed, I sat and waited and I watched. I was like, those 2 seats were not sold. Like they're there for the camera
Like
row.
extra room. Or
So
something.
I went and made friends with security and I sat there all night.
Yeah.
Good time.
Good shit.
But yeah.
I bought that floor ticket like right off the rip. Shaka Toast. I don't know if you know Shaka Toast.
Of course.
Yeah, Shaka Toast. He gave me like the code or whatever. And
Yeah.
I got it for not super cheap, but pretty cheap.
But
enough
pretty
to where
cheap.
I was like, I gotta be there for
Fuck
shit's
it.
first
Yeah,
title,
100%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a legendary weekend. Chakatos, he kind of went away a little bit.
Yeah, he started working more. You know what I mean? He was going to a lot of the events. And shit
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, I haven't
Him and
seen
his
much
son
of
were
him.
popping.
I know, bro. I
They
love
were
them,
popping.
man.
They were so
They're
funny.
awesome people. I still see his son going to certain events every now and then. So it's
Bruh,
cool.
that's dope. All right, well, tell us about, you were just there, Jersey. What happened? UFC 316.
Oh man, it was sick, bro.
Tell us about it. The Jovins took a trip.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't be able to make it out this time.
That's all right, man. There's always the next one.
That's true.
Me and the Jobins, me, Schmitty, Brock, and Brendan, all from the Jobin house, we all made it to Jersey. Fortunately, I was supposed to be on the same flight as them, but we were on the couch all buying the flights together, and for some reason it just kicked me out. And then when it kicked me out, I went back to go try to get the ticket.
And the flight was full.
And the flight was like $400 more expensive, or
Oh
$300
my
more
gosh.
expensive. And I was like, I'm gonna check out some other flights first.
Yeah, for sure.
So I looked into some other flights, and I ended up having to get a flight to JFK instead, which I ended up being happy about. I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up flying in and out of JFK, so New York, basically.
So that's dope. Good to be able to spend the day in New York and stuff
Yeah.
when you were leaving and stuff.
Yeah.
Right on. So how long were you guys there for? You were there for how long?
Thursday, Friday, the boys left Sunday morning. I was there pretty much all of Sunday day, and then I left Sunday evening.
Okay. And then you got home early Monday morning?
Yeah,
Right
and
on.
then I had to work that next Monday too, so it's been a
Right.
week, bro.
Yeah, it's been a week for sure. And you're back on the road again tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Where are you going tomorrow?
Maine, the
So,
last fucking
literally
state over
literally
there.
the last state you can literally
Past
think of.
Jersey and New York and
What
shit.
the fuck are you doing in May?
We were just about to get into it. So Criskub, I met Criskub because he had dope content and he does something that's called the Globe of Death. So for people that don't know, in layman's terms, someone who don't know shit about nothing, dude rides a motorbike, a dirt bike, inside, yeah, thank you, inside of a metal ball. Just going upside down, side to side, yada, yada, yada. And then he has other people, his teammates, get in the bike with him, or get in the ball with him with bikes as well. And so they're all just going up and down on this motorbike inside the Globe of Death, is what they call it, which is super sick. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of grew up in the carnival slash circus slash kind of event.
Yeah, showbiz.
Showbiz.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Basically, yeah.
Grew up in Texas,
That's
right?
a good description of it.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
descriptive.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, man, I've been doing the Globe of Death since I was 10 years old.
10 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, and it's taken me everywhere. I grew up in the circus. My family all did. My family's Colombian.
Okay.
So in Colombia there was circuses, and my mom and my dad met. My mom was on the show doing like trapeze and aerial stuff. Like her family was from Circus. And my dad met her. He was just like a guy that worked in town, and he like fell in love with her or whatever. And he's like, all right, I'm joining the circus. So I'm
Yeah,
with her.
I'm dipping.
So he started doing a bunch of shit. Like he started working, like picking up the elephant poop. He started like working with the snakes, like doing a snake act, like random shit just so he could stay on the show and they wouldn't fire him. So they kept giving him like new shit to do basically. But yeah, eventually they got together. They got married. They had my brother. I have an older brother, Angelo. Shout out Angelo. And then yeah, eventually they came over to the States, and then I was born in good old Virginia.
Good old Virginia.
Land of the lovers.
Land of the lovers.
Yep, yep.
So you were born in Virginia because they were on the road with the circus?
Yep, that's where
Mom
the
was
circus
pregnant.
was. Yep.
Pregnant with you on the road with the circus. So when did they come from Colombia over to the United States?
I want to say like a year right before I was born, so 95.
95 they
Yeah.
came over.
Yeah.
That's pretty lit.
Yeah.
And they had to come through Florida, I'm assuming?
No, so my
New York?
No. So my Colombia's like south, so you can basically go through Mexico and then through
Oh, and through
in
anywhere
Mexico,
on
yeah.
the border.
Yeah.
Gotcha, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not very geographically sound, so that makes sense though. So they came back out here in 95. So you were born here, so
Mhm.
you got citizenship here. That's fire.
Yep. Proud to be in that.
Hell yeah, that's dope. Good job, Mom and Dad. The
Yeah,
circus
yeah.
got another American
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then, so when did you actually start doing the circus stuff? At 10, doing the Globe of Death?
No, so I had been around the circus stuff. Like I sold like peanuts in the crowd, like just to like pass the time
Right.
or whatever, until I was like old enough to do an actual act, which was at 6. And that's when I
Okay.
started going on the tightrope, the high wire, because that's what my family was
Balancing
doing.
on a tightrope.
Yeah.
So you're pretty good at balancing and doing that kind of stuff.
100%.
Okay.
Or catching myself before I fall or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Did you ever have any accidents?
Yeah, when I was, it was raining one day. We were working in a fairgrounds,
Uh,
and I was kind of walking towards the wire, and I was almost at the platform, but my fucking foot just slipped off, and then I caught the ladder because we climb up a ladder, and I
Uh-huh.
caught the ladder a little bit, but I like it ripped right off,
Uh-huh.
and then I was kind of like falling straight back, and then somebody caught my leg right before, and I was a short kid. I was like, I don't know, maybe 11 when this happened or whatever. So he caught my leg, and my head just swung close enough to the floor to where I didn't hit it.
oh my
So it almost
God.
was real bad.
So it caught you out of the air,
Basically.
pretty much, as you were
Basically.
free falling.
If I was like a full grown adult, I probably
You would
would've
smack your
broken
head.
that.
Yeah,
I would've
you smack
broken
your head
that.
for sure. That's
Yeah.
insane.
That was a close one for sure.
So when did you go from the tightrope walking and the balance stuff over to the moto? 10, you said,
Yeah,
right?
10. So basically, my dad had done the high wire. We were starting to do like a bigger act. We did like the 7-man pyramid, which is basically the wire, and then there's 2 people, and then there's a bridge on those 2 people, and then there's 2 people standing on those bridges.
And then another bridge
and
on
then
top.
another bridge on top, and then there's a person standing on it.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Yeah.
That's so risky.
I can't remember which one it is, but I know I hold the record for being the youngest one to be
On the top?
on the top for the 8-man, because we did like 2 people on the very top instead of the 1 person.
Jeez. You're probably, what, 100 feet in the air?
No, it was like maybe like 45.
45, 50 feet?
Yeah.
It's still scary.
Yeah.
It's still so scary.
I would have a harness, but like nobody else under me did. Like there was one time where something happened with the guy that was holding me on his shoulders, and we were just hanging by my harness, and he was like holding on to my legs.
Oh,
I was like
my
9
God.
years old or something like that.
You're like, don't let go, bro. I got this.
I was like, I got you, bro. But
I got
literally,
you.
it was hurting, bro. I was like, I don't know how long we could be here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked out. We got down safe.
That's tough, dude.
But yeah,
Okay.
10 years old. My cousins did the motorcycle stuff.
Okay.
And I had always kind of seen it from afar, but they were on the same show as me.
Okay.
It's like the Dominguez families, who they are. And there was a senior, his name was Jorge Dominguez, and he was part family of my mom. And he asked my dad if I was interested in bikes, and I had been bothering my dad about riding
bikes. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but if you get hurt, you're gonna not be able to do the high wire, and then what are you gonna do? And I'm like, oh, well, if I fall, I'll keep doing the high wire. He's like, how do you know that? And I'm like, I don't know, just let me do it. I want to practice.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, all right, go ahead. And then he's like, whatever, just do it. And I'm like, okay. So I did it. Eventually, I crashed. I think the first time I crashed was in a show, which is usually people crash during practice, but I ended up crashing for the first time
In a show.
So after the show, my dad was like asking me, he's like, now what? And I'm like, I'm fine, I'm chilling. He's like, yeah, no, I'm chill, I'm good. I'm good
That's
to go.
fire.
There's a high wire next, or are we doing the high wire?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, okay, all right. And then I just kept doing the little.
That's dope.
After that, he couldn't really tell me nothing. I just kept doing.
That's dope. So how long did you do that for with your family until? Because your family doesn't do it anymore, do they?
Nah, yeah. So I want to say until I was about 7. Okay, my parents divorced when I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
After they divorced, it was more like I was kind of going off and doing gigs here and there.
And doing your own thing.
Yeah, like I worked with my dad for a little bit, but we had like a tumultuous like relationship. So it's
Okay.
like we kind of like had our separation, and like we've seen each other since, but it's never been like exactly the same.
Do you guys see each other at like events, at the circus events?
We have before, but it's been a good while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we don't really talk.
And does he stay in Texas where your mom's at, or no?
Yeah,
he stayed in
Yeah,
Texas.
he lives in Texas.
Gotcha. So your mom, you have a good relationship with your mom still?
Yeah, I love my mom.
Yeah.
My mom's the best.
And when did she stop working the circus?
I want to say like in her, like around when I was like 10 or something.
Okay.
Like that.
So right when you started the bike?
Yeah,
Right
around
on.
that,
What's your brother do for a living?
yeah. He's a bartender now, but
Okay.
he rides bikes. He used to do the high wire too, just like me, basically.
That's fire.
Yeah, he kind of semi-retired, but he's still doing gigs here and there. It's awesome.
So is this what you want to do for the rest of your life?
I can see myself doing it to some capacity for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I got different dreams. I got different goals.
What are those?
One of them, it's still stunting in a way, but
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be doing some stunt acting classes here in September, October,
Okay.
because I got involved in just randomly in like the showbiz like movie world,
Yeah.
and now I'm starting to get opportunities and signs that are kind of pointing me towards that. So yeah.
To go do like stunt work in movies?
Yep.
Like what kind of stunt work?
Uh,
Like bikes? Like
bikes,
bike action scenes?
doing bike scenes basically. Maybe doing some like fight scenes too, like MMA stuff.
Yeah,
Because
that'd be
I
fire.
have experience in boxing at least.
Right.
I only train jits a little bit, not
Right.
as much as I should be, but yeah, I do have some experience in that shit, and all that collectively together goes hand in hand with a lot of the stuff.
And you just meet these people and get these opportunities because you're already on the road.
already
I
on the
imagine.
road, social media, just like kind of putting my algorithm where I want it to be, basically, like looking up stunt stuff, and then just by looking up stunt stuff, I get connected with some people.
Right,
they
right,
just
right.
follow me. I'm not even following them.
Right. That's
And then,
fire.
Yeah.
So you'd be going to like LA or any movie studios to go film
Yep,
movies
that's where the
and stuff.
stunt class is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a gig out in LA so that I could be working there at the same time, but I think I'm just gonna say fuck it and go out there for like 3 weeks and do this class and then come back.
And then come back.
Yeah.
You could always freaking Uber or whatever when you're out there as well, or whatever the case may
I'm
be.
trying to get a truck by then because I was in the car accident.
Yeah,
recently and
yeah.
shit, so hopefully by then I can have a vehicle and I can go out there for a little bit.
That'd be fire. When's that supposed to be?
The class the class is in October, September, it's 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. That's
Stunt
not too bad.
Performers Academy. They like you get SAG-AFTRA certified, and like you're basically in the whole.
Yeah, you're in
movie
now.
acting.
Yeah, you're in now. That's fire. So do you eventually want to be an actor, or you just trying to be like an extra stuff?
Yeah, that'd be sick. I do content and stuff. I love the vlogs and all
Right.
that stuff. Me and Luke are actually working on vlogs right now and shit. So
Vlogs from
all the shit. Like
from all the stuff.
The first one I think I'm doing is the Japan trip.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And you went how long ago?
It's 2017.
So you're gonna do a vlog for that?
Yeah.
Dang.
But it's gonna be like,
you Cole are doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. Me, Cole, and Luke basically are kind of like a collaborative thing. But yeah, we're working on that right now.
That's
talking
fire.
about Luke Fry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, we're gonna start. It's like a story time type deal because I've been to so many fucking places and it's so
Yeah,
many
bro.
cool
You have
people.
like a digital storybook.
Yeah, so like I'm getting older, bro, and I've gotten punched a few times in my day. I've hit a few concretes in the streets. You know what I mean?
You want to have a little digital catalog.
Yeah, I want to have some memories. I want to have some like stories of like the shit that I've been able to do. So that also, you know, I'm leaving a legacy too, where everyone wants to watch it when I'm not here anymore.
Right. That's fire.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's basically one of the goals right now. I've got a lot of other things on the horizon, things that I'm still like, still kind of keeping.
So when are you trying to release your content? Like soon?
Soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to release it before we went for the fight, but there was so much shit going on. And,
Yeah.
like, I had work when I got back here too. Like I just worked with WWE on Monday.
So are you setting up the stage for that? Because you're not doing the Globe of Death there, right?
No, I'm setting up the stage, and like with the staging company that I work with, I get to like depends. Like sometimes I'm working with the audio, video, backstage, like helping people in the
So
dressing
you're doing
rooms.
rigging, is what you're
I
doing.
can do rigging. I have experience in rigging, yeah, for sure. I haven't like done the high rigging yet with the staging
But
company.
you come in with the guys in the hard hats and go up on the ropes and do,
do all kinds of
Got
stuff. All basically everything needs to
When
be
you said
for sure
sta-
to be set up.
Right.
When we were talking earlier about the job that Srini's applying for with you,
Yeah.
when he said staging on the Red Hawk podcast, for some reason I was like, oh, food and like alcohol and stuff like
Oh
that.
no.
You guys are talking about actually setting the stages.
Yeah, setting
Yeah.
stages up, unloading
While we're doing
trucks.
what we're doing, it's the guys that are doing what they're doing in the middle.
Yeah, it's the production folks.
Yeah.
Like I'll just say like what we did for WWE. We unloaded the trucks. We blacked out some of the chairs that weren't sold. We went down to the ringside basically and got all the vinyl that needed to be put on. The promotions
It's
shit.
like
basically.
8 trucks worth of crap for
It's a
WWE.
bunch of
Yeah,
trucks.
it's a bunch of shit.
And then we're backstage helping the wrestlers get their stuff to wherever they need to get to. Some of them say what's up to you. It's pretty cool. Like Triple H,
Yeah.
Punk, they were cool
Yeah.
as fuck. John Cena was there too.
Yeah.
He's on like his last tour.
His last tour, yeah. I've been following it, bro. They were just in Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what show you're talking about.
Yeah, so that, and then like there was a fighter that needed to sneak under the ring, so I found out that the way that they do that is like a bunch of us that are dressed in black, because you're supposed to be dressed in black doing that.
Right.
We all just gather around the wrestler, and then we guide him. I'm giving out some wrestling secrets right now.
Right.
People, I might be fucking chastised. for
You're
this,
good,
but-
you're good.
But basically, we all gather around the guy, and we sneak him under the ring, and then we dip. It's fucking crazy. I was like, as a fan of WWE myself,
So sick.
and just like wrestling in
Right,
general,
right.
that was such a sick.
Yeah, that's so
It was
sick.
insane.
I can imagine
So,
that was
yeah,
fire.
that's basically what we get to do, and that's why I'm like so appreciative of the job now. It took me a while to get it, but like I'm grateful now that I have
So
it.
you have that job, and then you also have your gigs that you do.
Yeah, then I go out also whenever I get gigs to go ride the bikes too.
So
I used
does
to
that-
do Uber, but
Does that ever conflict in the sense that like you ever do like set up event and you gotta go do your bike?
no, I usually like get the schedule and I plan it out. Like
Okay.
I usually get called ahead of time for like the bike shit.
Gotcha.
And that's how I know what not to pick up. And
Right,
what to pick
right,
up. 'Cause
right.
it's more dependent on you. Like you pick what you're getting to work at.
Gotcha. So you can work an event every weekend if you wanted, or you
Yeah,
can work.
basically. Or in like just mornings or just nights. You know, it just
Gotcha.
depends on what your schedule is. Or
Gotcha. Are you pretty much available 24/7 for
Yeah.
them? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty
pretty
makes
good.
sense. And when's your next event for them?
The next one when I get back is Post Malone, State Farm.
Oh, okay, out here.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'll be doing like the whole setup, the teardown, and the show call too. So
That'll be
I'm
fire. So that's probably like 3-4 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, you gotta set up the whole thing.
And then right after that, I go right into working for Shakira in the Phoenix Arena. She's Colombian.
Is that-
That's my motherland, so that's Queen, right
Is
there.
is that the Footprint Center?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a-
formerly known as the Footprint Center.
It's called the Phoenix Arena now?
Yeah, PHX.
Oh, okay. That's kind of fire. That's where the Stunts play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like Footprint Center. I thought it was dope.
Well, Footprint was a paper company that was doing renewable paper products. And
Yeah.
I think that they probably
Ran
went
out of
on-
business.
Yeah, because
100%.
like their stuff was incredibly expensive, and they were trying to get more and more people. So I actually was part of the management group that was like over that arena doing
yeah.
food and beverage stuff,
Oh.
and like the bills that we were going to pay to Footprint, like direct to China, was like crazy. And I wonder if that's also like part of it is that it's a Chinese-based company,
Maybe.
and they might just cut it off.
I wonder. So I wonder who's the sponsor for the Phoenix Arena now? The city.
Might be just the city.
It's just currently, but they'll redistribute,
Name it, brand it.
yeah, naming rights.
Get more naming rights.
Yeah.
Get more money in the building. That's dope. So you grew up in Texas. You've been doing freaking circus and carnival stuff all across the globe, pretty much. Because I've heard you've gone to like the Bahamas to do this stuff too,
Yeah,
right?
I've gone to the Bahamas, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Milan. Yeah, but
Just to do Globe of Death stuff.
high wire or Globe Death.
Yeah.
And then
Dude, would you ever? Do you still do high wire?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm planning on doing it again. I think in September. Yeah.
Is that scary, bro?
No, I'm used to it.
You're used to it.
Yeah.
You've been doing it
I'm
for
used to
so
being
long.
high.
Yeah. You've been doing it for so long. It's just second nature at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
And are you still the dude on the top of the pyramid?
No, funny enough, I just saw a video of us practicing like in 2019 where I was one of the lower guys.
Okay.
I was on the bridge instead. And yeah.
Is that heavy? Does it get heavy?
So we call them volantes or fuertes.
Okay.
Basically, that means you're either a flyer or you're a strong base.
Right.
So I always consider myself more of the strong base than the flyer.
Okay.
My brother was more of the flyer, so he would like do the jump ropes. He would jump over me, but I would hold the pole and like hold it steady enough and hold my shoulders steady enough to where he could jump over my shoulders and then land on the
That's
wire.
the
That's so
same
insane.
terminology that they use in cheerleading.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I would imagine.
Yep.
That's insane, though.
Yeah. So we did a lot of stuff like that.
Has your brother ever gotten seriously injured for being a flyer?
Damn. I don't think so.
And he's what, a couple years older than you?
Nah, he's 7 years old.
7 years older than you, so he's quite older than you. Is he? And he's not doing the circus anymore. You said he's bartending.
Yeah, he's bartending.
Gotcha. Where at?
Florida.
Oh dang.
Orlando.
Yeah.
I used to live in Sarasota for a little while.
Orlando's a good time. I have some homies from Orlando.
Yeah, I love Florida. I have a lot of friends. I think most of the circus people in this country live in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes
in
sense.
Sarasota specifically, because
Cheap income tax.
yeah, and Ringling, like their whole like museum and everything's there. So
Oh, that
a lot
makes
of
sense.
people
A lot of
based
circus
there,
attention. Yeah.
So,
Dude,
a
go
little
ahead.
insight, just going back to the Footprint Center.
Hmm.
So, the Suns are still committed to Footprint's environmental sustainability program, so they're still using them as their primary paper supplier.
Just not the name.
Yeah, so my guess is that there was an issue with like the
Money.
price of
Yeah.
what they wanted for the like
Money.
naming rights for the next 5 years, and then they just were like, nope, we're not doing it.
Yeah, that would be my guess too. Because they can have some tech company come in and give them way more money.
Well, I mean, I also like it just depends on like what the team is worth at the time as well, because there's like years when it's like the team
Good
is worth
and not so great.
right. Like
Which depends on what primetime games they're getting, things like that.
when the Footprint Center became the Footprint Center, it was when Devin Booker was in his like second year,
Yeah.
and it was right before they got what's his name, Giant Boy.
DeAndre.
Oh well, yes, but I was thinking the one who's moved from the Suns. Ash Ketchum has joined the fucking chat.
Yep.
Love that.
That's fire.
Yeah, it is.
I love that.
Got that with Jason Jersey.
Hell yeah.
If you're gonna have Ash, do you want Charizard as well?
Oh yeah, might as
Let's
well.
get Charizard in here.
He's badass. That's his prime number one.
Ash and Charizard, let's go. Dude, I actually got some dope Pokemon figurines for my desk at work.
Yeah.
Dude, my desk is looking pretty sick. It's got a bunch of stuff, and then I just started a Funko Pop collection.
Love Funkos. I've got them in a box in my closet. You can fucking have them if you want.
Dude,
I have a couple of them.
I'll take a look at them for sure. Me and my lady are. I'm not like proudly a nerd, but low key closet nerd. I'm a closet nerd. I grew up with Pokemon, bro. I will never not admit that I love Pokemon, and
That's my shit.
I'll be 30 years old this year.
It started when I was born.
I'm kicking around the idea of creating my cards and getting rid of them because
Dude.
it's just, it's a fucking brand new pickup truck sitting in that closet.
Yeah, but you have 2 pickup trucks in this entire house probably worth of cards.
Probably gonna
No. So the binder that I've got is $15,000 raw, and if I were to get it graded, we're talking about $25,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably
Graded would
30.
be sick.
Yeah.
Going back to it, so me and my lady went to the store. It's called Bookman's, and it's like a bookstore iron. They have some nerd stuff and everything. They have a bunch of Funkos. And I was like, yo, these, I've seen that. They're popular as fuck. Everybody collecting them. But I didn't know how vast their fucking collections are.
Dude, it's enormous.
I didn't understand. It goes from TV shows to athletes to wrestlers.
And
to
there's 10 different versions.
Oh yeah, and they're all different,
Yeah.
bro. They're all different.
There's
So
exclusive ones
I
for
didn't
Comic-Con.
realize how fucking insane, like how insane and how in depth it is.
That's why I feel like Brendan from Brendan's Street Show.
Yeah.
Gentleman Brendan. He's got like strictly Naruto, and I'm like, yeah, it's
Oh,
probably
nice.
a good idea to just stick to like a
Yeah,
certain
bro.
because
So,
there's no way you'd be able to
I
get
know.
it.
And some of them are really expensive.
Expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a
Dude.
Bob Ross one that's like $50.
Bro, there's a fucking Willy Wonka one that's like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Bro.
I'm like, what the
But there's
fuck?
there's such money in that.
I mean, like,
Collectibles.
Collectibles.
Any collectibles.
well, think about the people
You
that
know what?
play video
I think this is
games.
the perfect time to. Hold on.
We got the gift.
Oh, we have something?
This is from JCA's
JCA.
Sicko Sports Cards. And
Sicko
shout
Sports
out
Cards.
Anthony Holt. And yeah,
Okay.
This is
Is this
free
from
by-
the UFC trip over the weekend?
this was before the actual UFC fight. Like I've had this for a couple weeks.
Okay. So he sent it to you?
He sent it to me. He's got like stuff for Tommy Gunn, stuff for Sean, Warlike,
And this is from his shout out Jace the Ace, by the way.
Jace the Ace.
His
Collectible guy.
Instagram
We're
is
talking about it.
his Instagram is
He got
Jace the
it.
Ace 412, right?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Jace the Ace 412. Shout out
and
Pittsburgh.
Shout out Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
our big old boy from Pittsburgh. And he's got this card collecting thing that he's doing. Are you a part of it with him?
Yeah, I help him out with it. I'm gonna be more involved now.
Hell yeah! So you guys are doing your
Sicko
Sicko
Sports
sports card collection,
I
right?
do a little side thing called Pablo Deals. But I gotta pick that back up.
We'll throw that up. I'll make sure
Yeah,
Alex
I
gets
was-
the logos and everything for that.
Just looking at buying Dracar's 3 of 3 that I'm missing.
Oh yeah, he gave me a few to
This is
give out.
gonna
He
be
gave me a bunch
sick,
of
bro.
cards
I'm
to give
so
out.
excited, Jace. You are
I've
the
got,
man,
I've
brother.
got a whole page of Dracar's
I
rookie
fucking
cards that she
appreciate
signed
you.
for me.
Let's get them as a shot here.
What do you got here?
All right,
Nice.
we're gonna see
Oh,
here.
shit.
We got a little Sicko sport cards
And we got a little clip
exclusive
myself.
care
Got a
package
pack.
here. Oh boy, we got some goodies in here. I'm trying to take it out as inconspicuous as possible.
Live pack opening. from
Live
Sicko.
pack opening. I'm gonna go downside here. We're gonna go downside. I'm not gonna look at anything. I'm not gonna ruin anything.
You just got the stickers package.
Okay.
Ooh, we got a money card. baby. Those are so
at
fun.
first glance,
Oh, wait,
this is hot.
It's
boy.
not a money card, it's a $2 bill.
It's a $2 bill with
Love
Joe
it.
Kelly on it.
Let's
That's
go.
so cool. Hey, if you know, you know.
Yeah,
My boy
you know.
Jace, this is hot fire, son. I greatly appreciate
I had no
you.
idea what he's getting, so
It's
all
got
surprising.
the fucking Declaration of Independence signing on the back.
Shout
So
out
it's an
Nicolas
official
Cage.
$2 bill
All
with
right,
Joe
okay.
fucking Kelly on it. Oh, Jace, you're gonna make me fucking get emotional, bro. That's sick. I appreciate that. 1,000. All right, let's take a look at the non-emotional shit now. Hopefully. All right, here. Handle with care, cause your boy's a fucking bull in the china shop. All right, here we go. We have. It looks like a sticker. Little pack stickers. Love that. 412 Pittsburgh, black and yellow, my boy.
Ooh,
Fire.
You know what
I
it
love
is.
that. You know what it is.
Everything
And
I
a couple
do.
Sicko sport card stickers that I'll definitely be putting on a water
This guy's
bottle
from
here.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What are you?
Ah.
I'm from Ohio.
Oh, so you're a Browns fan.
Browns fan, baby.
Ouch.
What college
there's
do you
some,
root
there's
for?
some AFC.
I went to
North-
Ohio State.
OH.
OH.
But
That's
hey,
fire.
412 OH.
I love those
both.
custom
I've had
stickers.
good times in Columbus and I've had good times.
Dude, I don't mind
Hey, these
Pittsburgh at all.
stickers
It's just
are
that
sick.
shit that we talk.
Yeah, I get it.
These stickers are sick.
Sicko,
These
baby.
stickers are
To the
sick.
moon.
Wow, say that fucking 10 times fast. All right, here we go. Moving right along. We have a Dracar Close Prism UFC.
Is it 99 or 100? I mean.
I'm not sure. I'm not. That's you.
Yeah, that's the
your
same,
card.
dude. That's the card that I'm
Yeah.
collecting right now. I love that for you.
So yes,
Another?
let's go,
No,
boys.
no.
Okay. hell yeah.
I'm only collecting the numbers.
Jason's got me officially back in the card game.
Dude.
I've got a few cards
We hit a
laying
little card
around.
shop with him on the way out.
Ooh, boy,
We got
that's
that
fire right there.
It's a great
Let's
fucking
go.
card.
I'm officially back in the card game, boys. Thanks. Shout out to Sicko Sports Cards. They're gonna be a
Cards to the
fucking
people.
big,
Sicko Sports.
big company coming up soon for their collectibles. Here we go. Next one. This was in a sick case. Ooh!
Is it a shiny boy?
It's a UFC Sean O'Malley Prism
Bro.
in a nice
Hard.
hard case. Yes, sir. We'll take pictures of these popping up on the screen as well. Shout out my boy Jace from Pittsburgh. Ooh! You're gonna love this. 'Cause I don't know if you know this guy, and that's not a slight. It's just he's an old UFC fighter, like OG.
I have a pink paint.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
That you gotta have Shook sign with us in the pink and the green.
I would love that. That'd be fire. We are gonna have this man on our podcast.
Who is this?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm doing a little intro. I've done a podcast with this person before. He is an incredible mind.
Dope.
He's a really dope cat, and this is really cool as well. This is a really dope
You
kid.
better not show me fucking Henry Cejudo right now. I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Listen, I will be big enough to have Henry Cejudo on my podcast one day.
No.
But we will never.
I will throw that man off.
We will never have Henry Cejudo on our podcast. I will just let that be known.
Let's go.
This is a sick ass fucking card too. So it's an Ultimate Fighter Edition card. A Topps Ultimate Fighter from UFC Season 5, Rob Emerson.
Oh, nice.
Super sick.
Oh, bro, that's a sick card.
It's his fight against, I think it's BJ Penn. I would say that's from his fight against BJ Penn. It might say on the back. I haven't looked at it.
That's sick.
Nate Diaz,
even doper, low key. That's even more iconic.
No, sorry, that's the tournament result. Tournament result is we lost in tough first round to Nate Diaz and Corey Hill.
Yep.
Hard-hitting striker.
Yep. And the last one, I can see the back of it, so I've got a sneak peek. Ooh, another Shug. Let's go. Illuminates. Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Oh, the Illuminated?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what they said. That's what I think. 2022 bantamweight. Wild hair and colorful tattoos first capture your eye. And Sugar Sean O'Malley's sensational offense keeps your attention. Clicking on all cylinders at UFC 269. The rising bantamweight. Oh, this is sick. Overwhelmed Julian Paiva before finishing him with TKO in the first round for his third consecutive win. I was at this fight.
Fucking love
So that's dope. All right.
Minute 3 on that card.
That is
rookie card.
That is the pack. These go with the sticker. Oh no, with this right here. This big sticker. Thank you, my guy.
Dude, I love
Jace,
that.
my friend, my guy.
Hands up.
This is so fire. My guy. Sicko Sports Card to the moon. We're never gonna stop. I actually have I have an interesting preposition, and this is actually a perfect segue for the show here.
Proposition?
Let me say what I want. Preposition.
Oh yeah. We can go into this.
You're right. No,
we can go into this conversation.
No,
I think I know where you're taking this.
Again, I want to say thank you so much to Jace, our boy from Pittsburgh. Let me get the. It's Jace the Ace 412 on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Our boy is loud and proud.
I'll add all the tags, all the socials and stuff like that.
Loud and proud on the socials. We appreciate you, my friend. You are the fucking man. I appreciate you getting me back in the sports card.
Glad I waited till the pod.
So yeah, that was great. That was beautiful. Beautiful timing, beautiful moment. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie though, I think everybody knows as cool as these fucking cards are, and how hyped these are fucking, dude. If you know, you know, and that's all I need to say about that. There's a lot of things going on around here that I'm excited for, and that. If you know, you know. I'm just going to leave it at that. We can't tell the people everything. But what we can tell the people...
No, now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Right. So if you know, you know. And if you don't know, now you know. But something else we can get into that you guys might find interesting that I have softly confirmed / booked. Shout out to my cousin Jay. My cousin Jay is fucking salt of the earth human. Salt of the earth, mountain man. Grew up in Pueblo, Colorado. Lives in Northern California now. Yep. She already know. And he's a mountain man through and through. Loves the outdoors. He's a rock climber, and so on and so forth.
Motherfucker, got some.
Yeah, strong.
Those are the ones that always win the
strong, no doubt. Like just naturally strong too. Super smart. My aunt is incredibly smart. She has a master's degree from the University of Southern California. So she was a Trojan. And she's super smart, and so that's my stepdad's sister, my dad's sister, and that lineage there. But anyways, long story short, he trains here and there, and the gym that he trains at actually is a co-gym of the Power Slap lightweight world champion, Mr. Robert Trujillo. Mr. Robert Trujillo, my cousin Jay, are pretty good homies. My cousin Jay is pretty good homies with his manager.
Right.
My cousin Jay saw my dad on the podcast. He thought it would be a good idea to maybe put us in connection. So I can confirm for the Daytrippin audience, the Daytrippers is what we're calling you guys for now. If you like it, let me know. If not, we can figure something out in the future.
No, that's correct. They don't have a say.
Yeah.
Y'all are the day trippers.
The Daytrippers, for sure. And they're always taking a trip with us, for
Troopers
sure.
or Day Trippers?
Daytrippers.
Trippers.
Trippers. Anyways, it's confirmed. I'm in contact with the representation of the Power Slap Lightweight World Champion. And I have confirmed that we will have him on the podcast coming up soon as well. I have some exciting plans with that. I don't want to tell or say anything if they don't come to fruition.
I get you.
But I'll tell you off camera. It's really exciting. It could be happening relatively soon. Go ahead.
But we do have to apologize to the audience. If this does end up happening, Mikey will be in charge of the entire thing because I cannot make it for that one. So
and that's okay.
We apologize for the filming.
Yeah.
We apologize for the audio.
And listen,
we apologize for everything else.
Hey,
but we will have
here
a
and I
show
can
for
help in
you.
any way, bro. Let me know.
I've taken into consideration. I've already taken that into consideration because we know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
You're this guy. I'm this guy. I'm already gonna take these if needed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take what I need.
Well, I have the secondary tripod that you can take with you, so you can.
And
set the camera up
so we'll be good to go. And I'll make sure that I have enough storage on a phone.
Yeah, because it is It's a lot.
Right. So I will make sure, and I'm pretty sure if everything happens, I'm gonna get a hard drive myself, so I can just literally go straight from phone to hard drive, and then just send it straight to you. Or Google, however you think we should go about that. That's what's in my brain. Is I just want to be able to take whatever I do, shoot it straight to you the easiest way, so I can shoot the next thing.
The raw upload video file from one of these is like a 5-hour upload to the Google Drive.
Okay.
The problem is like getting it from your phone to a hard drive is almost impossible if you've got an iPhone.
Okay.
So like the Google Drive is the best way to go.
So then let's say.
But what you do is you turn off your screen lock. You just plug it into charge over the night. You just turn on that upload, and then you let it go overnight.
Okay.
And it's no problem.
What happens if we just do the podcast and I just send it to you almost like an email? You won't be able to attach a file size large to Okay, that makes sense. So then we'll just have to, whatever I do, I'll just have to come over. And
Well, I've already invited you to the Google Drive, and I'll just resend you that link if you don't have it, and then you can go and sign in, and then you can free up that space on your phone the next day. You can do another.
How much does our Google Drive allow?
I have the subscription that's like 2 terabytes.
Oh, so plenty.
Yeah.
How much is one of these? Like 40 gigs or something?
Yeah, the raw uploaded is usually about 30 to 40.
Okay. All right. Well, perfect. So yeah, we do have the Power Slap. We went on a little tangent there.
It's okay.
That's good.
We can cut that out if needed.
No.
We
It's
do
all part of the
have
story.
we have the Power Slap Lightweight World Champion confirmed to come on the
That's so
podcast.
sick.
I'm in contact with his management. Again, thank you, cousin Jay. He put me in contact
We're gonna
with
have a
him.
little conversation about connections after this.
Yeah,
Finish what you're
I
saying.
would love that. I would love that. And also, I will throw this out there. For all of our MMA and UFC fans,
Let's go.
International Fight Week is upon us.
Yes, it is. I've been really thinking about going over there for a day at least.
So I'm gonna just let it be known. There's a Power Slap there. There's a Power Slap event there Friday night.
Okay, go
Okay?
ahead.
There's a Power Slap event there Friday night. Your boy's in contact with representation. Some things might be happening. Okay? I'm not gonna speak too much on it. I'm literally so broke. I'm gonna have to, you know, pull some shit out and make it happen.
Make it happen.
Which you've seen me literally do.
That's what we do.
In the fucking action.
That's what we do.
So that I'm confident about. If I can get some ducks in a row, I'm like, okay, I can figure out the fucking rest.
Yeah.
Hotel, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I can figure out the rest. I just need to get the ducks in a row. So super exciting. And then also, you know, by making shit happen, I know the UFC event's gonna be popping.
Yeah.
But I know they're trying to use that event to promote the Power Slap event, which means the Power Slap's gonna be popping. And if I could just get a little media pass or do a little son.
You're not media.
So
You're not media.
Not yet. They don't know it. They don't know it, but they know they're Power Slap Lightweight World Champion.
You're
You know
about
what I
to
mean?
be. You're about to be.
Can we talk about the more exciting new UFC promotion?
Funny enough, contrary, I don't think it's actually that exciting.
You don't?
I think I think they're trying to rip off, okay, there's layers to this, and we're going to transition. He's talking about the UFC BJJ shit.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
He's ripping off CJ
CJ
right out the gate. He's ripping Craig Jones off right out the gate.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Just out the gate, I don't care how big your promotion is, Dana, that was probably not a smart move.
Yeah, you don't go against
without consulting him first.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's weird to say because you're a billionaire and you run your own sports promotion, but you're sticking yourself in a game that this motherfucker doesn't give a shit. He does not give a fuck. He will pull every fucking rug from under you.
And he's proven that time.
This is his MO.
Yeah, that's why he's the best.
Like, this is
why he's the best.
Yeah, this is what he does.
Yeah.
He has made his career off
He
of
should
this.
100%.
What he should
Stop
have done.
giving the guy so much ammo.
Yeah.
Why are you guys stockpiling his reserves? You're just giving him so much ammo.
What Dana should have done is gone to Craig and said, I'd like to do a partnership with you to do
We like what you did.
Yeah.
It got a lot of eyeballs. Can we talk about doing something similar? And can we get your blessing?
And he could still have his event be like
For
the
sure.
WrestleMania of it. You know what I mean? Be the big event.
then guess
Also,
what?
it could be like that it's like the B team versus the UFC and like
Oh
they
yeah,
come in like
that could be its own
celebrities.
event too.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They're gonna start because
I think
they're
they
on
really-
TKO now, so
right.
they're gonna start doing.
I think they really missed the ball on the cross promotional thing.
I
Yeah.
think that they
They
did
really
too.
missed the ball with
Yeah.
the Craig Jones shit.
But I'm
now,
excited that they are promoting jiu-jitsu in this way.
for sure.
Because I want to watch more
Oh, yeah,
jiu-jitsu.
it's more opportunities
Yeah.
For
for
sure.
people. More.
It's becoming more mainstream, and what I will say that I like about it is guys that we relatively know got opportunities to go be on that show, which
Yeah.
is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Clay's sisters. So this is wow. I just went way too long. David Clay's brother-in-law Danilo got to be on the show. One of our elite competition training partners, Aaron Wilson, got to be on the show.
I don't know that I know her.
He's from headquarters. He's
Oh,
Canquino's
okay.
black
Got
belt.
it.
So he comes in and he does no-gi in the competition class with him and everybody like that. And then I'm pretty sure which I don't know him personally, but I know his friend group and my brother goes to church with him, Josh Cisneros. He trains out of the Mesa area, but he also trains under the same coach that David Clay and Elizabeth Clay train under, which is Aries Peoria. So he got to go on the show. So like a lot of guys from Arizona, a lot of guys that we relatively know or associate with, gyms that we associate with, got some great opportunities. But I do think that they're copy and pasting their Ultimate Fighter show, putting it onto BJJ, and they didn't consult the right people first.
I don't think you're wrong, but
Which I don't think they felt they necessarily needed to do. They're
right,
the UFC.
they're
Right.
who
There's
they
a way
are.
to do it.
Right, but there is a way to do it to where you don't have Craig Jones on your
Yeah.
neck now.
Yeah.
Like Craig Jones is on the UFC's neck, and Craig's gonna eat that shit up. The UFC is
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the
he
most
has-
three
he
recognizable
has
letters
he has
on the whole
a
fucking.
backing. Like everybody's.
And he
for
has,
Craig
and,
Jones.
and the UFC is one of the most three recognizable letters on the entire planet. So he's like, yeah, I'll have drama with you.
I'll
Sure,
be with you right now.
for sure.
I'll be the Kendrick to your Drake.
You're
Also,
You're
Craig has
freaking
been
horrible.
so active lately on social
So active.
So active.
That
He
boy
was in
is killing
Colombia
it.
for like a year.
That
Boy,
boy
dude,
is
doing
killing
shorts
it.
every 3 days.
Dude,
every 3 days.
killing
he's
it.
doing
So jealous.
shorts.
In some random new dope ass looking place.
Wearing some weird shit,
Yeah.
doing some weird stuff.
At one point, I think he was in a cave. Like literally, he had
Yeah.
some cave
Yeah.
thing going on. So
Yeah.
like,
And the CJI is the most exciting thing in jiu-jitsu.
oh,
right now.
1,000%.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the WrestleMania jits, right?
Right,
100%.
it's super dope, and the fact that they're gonna do it every year and they're gonna switch up the shit every year, like they're doing quintet style this year,
Yeah.
they're doing team style,
Fucking
which is
Gable
dope.
Stevenson or whatever is a part of this one.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
a big ass
Wrestling, bro.
ESPN follows that dude
Everywhere.
You know how much they're gonna cover CJI and shit. Yeah.
That's their golden
Craig
boy.
knows what the fuck
Yeah,
he's doing.
100%.
Yeah.
And
Especially
Craig's gonna
with
rip his heel off in about 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, maybe he'll make it a show.
He's
He
gonna make
wants
it a
to
show.
entertain the crowd too.
He could have done it to Gabby, but he made his show. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna make it a show for sure.
Dude, how sick would it be if Craig came to
That'd be dope.
that? Dude,
It's very possible.
I know. He's
I don't
like,
think anything's impossible at this
I
point.
feel like he kind of did it.
Did he?
Maybe he did. I
No,
feel
I
like,
don't
didn't
think
they
he
do a
has.
pod together recently or something
Oh,
like that?
they might have done a pod together.
Yeah, I want to
They
say
might have
they
done a
did-
pod
they did
together back in the
yeah.
day. A Timbo Sugar Show
Just don't
pod.
know if it was at the gym or.
Well, it also might have been before I was there. I mean, I've only been
Go
to the
look
gym
it
for
up.
a year and a
YouTube
half.
Timbo Sugar Show, Craig Jones.
Yeah, I feel like that has happened.
I feel like that actually.
Or
I
maybe
think
just
you're right.
Timbo and Craig. It might have just been them two. But yeah, I feel like that pod happened for sure. I watch a lot of pods of Timbo Sugar shows.
Go YouTube, baby.
Yeah. I haven't had time to watch a lot of pods lately, bro. Life's been
10 months ago. Did I just miss that? I must have just missed it.
Oh yeah, they did do one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they did, and I'm sure they did it for the CGI, for the promoting of the CGI.
They did.
And it was at the old studio.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Was he in the building?
But he probably
If
did it
it
over
was
Zoom.
in August or right before August, it was right before.
Probably
CGI.
did it over Zoom.
Yeah, it was probably. He probably.
Oh, he's there.
No, he was there.
Yeah.
Live in studio.
Bro, I missed that.
Yeah.
I also, at that time, 10 months ago, I wouldn't have
I missed it too.
I wouldn't have known who Craig Jones was.
Right, you probably wouldn't.
Oh no, yeah, I've just known him from like Izzy and them. He's always been around there
Dude.
training them.
Dude, I
He's
hope
always
that-
the funniest motherfucker there.
Yeah.
He's just now getting recognized.
Sean's been 3 podcasts already since he got back.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope that he's back in the game.
Yeah.
Dude, it
The
was.
fans love it, bro.
Well, dude, Tim and I were talking about it the
Fans
other
miss
day.
it.
Well, Tim's trying to figure out why open mats on Sunday aren't as busy as they used to be. I'm like, dude, we used to fucking like wait for Sean to get out of the fucking like podcast because Sundays were podcast days.
Yeah.
And then who knew who else was walking out of that back room?
Yeah.
And we haven't had that since Sean was
That's
cut
a
off.
good point.
That's a good point.
I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
It's a really good point.
Well, I mean, a lot of the guys that are in the gym are there because of Shig Show.
I just want you to know, this is a total sidebar. This will probably be forever in our podcast studio, wherever that may take us.
That's fine. I can buy a
JC
trailer
Ace
tomorrow.
is really good at getting shit
This
like
is
that
so
for you. He's
sick.
gotten me so many things.
Bro,
that
I've looked
never
at it
been
like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, bro, that is the dopest, most thoughtful fucking gift.
Here, Mikey, we can take care
Like,
of
it's
that
so
right now.
fire.
He got me a Pablo Escobar.
You know what I
like,
wanted?
legit,
You know what I like?
like,
Have this. This is the dream. Something like that. But also, this is the dream. To have this be, you know, those old school desk name fucking things. I want that to be on a desk thing. That'd be so fire. That's dope. I like that. That's dope. Little card holder thing. All right, so we've gone through. We briefly went over. Yeah, definitely. We briefly went over 316.
We're going Joe Rogan numbers today.
We are only
Joe Rogan
48
numbers.
minutes in.
Yeah, we'll get to 2 hours easy.
Easy.
Got through. You have a little bit of UFC 360. They got a little bit.
Yeah, we only got to
background.
about 10 of me
Yeah.
riding bikes.
Yeah.
We still got all the
So let me ask you this:
Yeah.
what is the best? What's been the best time period for you in the circus and like
time period.
like whether it was like a year of shows that you did that was just like you went to so many different places or a specific trip, or maybe you had a little like overseas booth thing that you fell in love with, like anything like that, craziest like YouTube kind of story
Man, it's hard.
or
to
time period, I should say.
Yeah, it's hard to pick like a time period, but like Japan stands out. Just the experience I had in Japan.
How long were you there for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
was,
time.
Yeah, I was 1 week in Mount Neba, which is where the music festival that I was working at
Okay.
was at, which is like in the mountains and shit. And then I spent a week in Tokyo, which was just vacation for me.
That's so far.
And a week in Tokyo wasn't even enough.
So when you go like international like that, or even when you go to like different states, is your pay the same?
Nah, usually it's more.
It's more
Yeah, it's more.
to
Yeah,
go
it's
to other places and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
it's more.
So it ranges per event then.
Yeah,
Essentially.
yeah. It ranges. Depends on the event. Depends on what you're bringing, like what exactly you're doing, how much they're covering, if they're getting the hotel, if they're
Right.
getting all the food and
Right.
everything. You know, what I mean, just depends on that. Basically.
But you do get room and board for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's fire. So
Is it
they
a per diem system?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they'll just give you a per diem, and it's just up to you how much you spend. With it.
Yeah. which could be easy and tough on the road.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're at and what you're
Yeah.
doing.
But getting back to the question you were answering, I think the time period it would have been last year, bro.
Yeah?
Like, honestly.
You had a good ass time on tour, huh?
Yeah.
We haven't even covered that. Fuck,
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Dude went on tour with Don Tolliver to do the Globe of Death. Rapper. He's a rapper, upcoming rapper.
So
He's
like,
dope. Super
yeah,
sick.
Lemonade. He's worked with Travis Scott a bunch. Like,
Yeah.
a ton.
I'm
Kanye, he's
like
worked
75 years old.
No, it's
okay.
okay, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people like don't recognize his name, but they know his.
They
songs.
know his music. Yeah. So you and how long was that tour? You guys were gone for a minute.
Yeah, a couple months. But Miami wasn't until Rolling Loud wasn't until December. So if you count that, I guess 3 months.
Yeah, but you guys went on a little good spurt, and then you waited a month and went to Miami,
basically
right?
like a
Yeah,
month,
I remember
like
that.
Maybe 3 weeks.
Why do you think that? Maybe a little bit of recency bias, or it was just that fucking dope?
Nah, it's just like all the people that I got to meet just in that time period. Because that tour itself just made me meet a fuck ton.
Yeah, I could imagine. And he had people coming on tour with him. I
Yeah,
imagine,
people
too.
coming on tour. Certain cities had certain guests. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like the older you get to, the better things like seen as you're going.
Yeah, 100%. You
Yeah, I
appreciate
agree.
you appreciate the experiences more.
Yeah,
For
because
sure.
you like understand like what they mean.
Yeah. And you know that when you're old, the more you're older you get, they're more fleeting.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have the
I gotta start
opportunities. Yeah.
really paying attention to these.
I feel like jiu-jitsu is going to extend those kind of opportunities for guys
Yeah.
like us, though.
For
Because,
sure.
Like, we'll be young until we're in our 50s.
Yeah,
For sure.
and that'll
For sure.
keep you young
For
a
sure.
while,
Yeah.
And well, and I was gonna say too is like talking about your events that you work. I didn't work as much events as you did, but I bartended the rave and the music festival, and the concert scene. I always caught myself at least once a show like, bro, I'm getting paid to do this. Right?
Yeah.
Like how people spend paychecks,
I know.
big paychecks, bro. I remember I bartended a Drake concert. And this girl that came up and I just was curious, this girl who came up and got a drink, I said, hey, I see where you're sitting. How much, do you mind if I ask how much you paid? I spent $850 for one ticket
Dude,
for
standing.
one night.
BBL Jersey.
BBL Jersey.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I'm there getting paid by this girl a $20 tip
Yep.
to pour her a drink.
And you're enjoying.
And she's seeing the same show I am.
Yep.
All I gotta do is just peel back the curtain real
It's a
quick.
beautiful thing.
You know what I mean? And I'm there 3 hours before the show, so I see everything get set up. I'm in the dungeon down low. I'm going, you know me, I'm always chopping it up. I'm finding what's to do. It only takes 25 minutes to set up my bar. I got 2.5 hours to walk around and see what's up.
Well, it only takes you 25 minutes to set up the bar because me and my team have spent fucking 8 hours
Right.
and 12 days setting
And that's
up
why
the
I'm not a
bar.
manager. I'm just a bartender.
But
I'm just
like,
a bartender that shows up.
but like when those events happen, like standing in the VIP section of Coachella with like models and shit like
The
that,
best.
like getting paid,
Yeah.
like not having
The
to
best.
worry about
Those are the
shit.
those are the moments that I'm like, oh yeah, this shit.
Yeah,
will
you
never
just
get
stand
I
around in awe, like watching like the weekend come out with Swedish House Mafia, and you're
Yeah.
like, this
Yeah.
is my fucking life.
Yeah.
This
And
is
I
my
get to
life.
do this again next
That's-
weekend.
Yeah, next weekend Drake's gonna be here.
I just
Yeah,
took
or
all.
whatever.
I
No,
just,
it was the same act.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Coachella's 2 weekends at the same
Oh
time.
yeah.
I just
Keep
took
going.
all the Jovins into VIP for the weekend. We
Dope.
had the best fucking
Dope.
time, bro.
Yeah.
And that still was surreal. And then I met like Diplo and Major Lazer and shit
Sick.
at the fucking Japan festivals.
Sick.
And I got to be backstage for their stuff.
Sick.
And like on the stage or whatever and seeing like a whole big ass Japanese
Dude.
crowd. And like both times I'm like, dude,
I'm glad.
I love my life and I'm fucking blessed.
I'm glad you
so
said that.
grateful.
I'm glad you said that. So
Yeah.
I was working EDC,
Which one?
bartending
Fucking
EDC.
hate
This was
EDC.
fun. Oh god, yeah. EDC's not fun. No,
Last year?
It's no. This was years ago. This was
Okay.
probably 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Okay.
Can't remember exactly which year, but I was working EDC. I was bartending, and basically when you're bartending EDC, as long as you are cool with the homies that you're bartending with, and like your manager's not a screw off, like you can go kick it for a while. You can go be gone and watch a set, and nobody will be
You
really
can chill in the garages and do whatever the fuck you
right. You can be gone for an hour, take an hour break, and you be straight, bro. We're working 15-hour days. Like
Crazy.
you know what I mean? You could go take a break. You're chilling. So me and my homies that were working there, we worked music festival all the time. We had a system where, and for EDC, I had worked EDC the year before, and I go, all right, bro, this is what we're doing for EDC. We're all getting four-way radios. Nobody's using their cell phones. I said, if you want to use your cell phone, take your content, do your videos, whatever, but we're not communicating via cell phones. Everybody got radios. I did this for 2 reasons. One, it's way better communication for you and the homies.
And it's cool.
And two, you look way more official.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Way
it's
more.
what-
I love,
it's
like-
what everybody that's a manager has.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had my worker badge on.
Mhm.
I got all my worker fucking bracelets on.
Right.
I got a fucking earpiece and a radio. I went wherever the fuck I
Yeah,
wanted.
you're official.
Wherever the fuck I
Yeah.
wanted.
That
Valentino Con,
Oh.
main stage at midnight.
Man.
Probably about 50,000 people in front of him. I convinced the stage security that I was one of the stage managers.
Mm.
I was just taking a break.
Yeah.
And I was about 3 steps away from Valentino Cons. He was slaying on the decks in front
That's
of
the deal with the
50,000
stash,
people.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fat Stash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a-
Plays the party music.
Yeah, he's fine.
I was about 3 steps away from him to the camera, essentially.
crazy.
He's on the decks, and I'm just with who knows? I'm not
Yeah.
paying attention to who
Yeah.
I'm with.
Just living the dream.
I'm chilling. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is my life in front of 50,000 people.
I'm
right now.
grateful.
And guess
that's
what?
why I'm like,
And guess
I am
what?
grateful.
They're paying me to do
Yes.
this. They're paying
Even
me.
better.
Yeah. All these people just spent their whole fucking 3
Yeah.
months to get here.
Yeah.
They're
You could've
paying me to
gotten
do this.
Fired as fuck though.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Very
Fire me.
cool.
I'll be back the next day. You know how it is with them. I'll
That's
be
where I'm
back
at,
the next
bro.
day.
That's where I'm
Don't
at.
worry, I'll be here tomorrow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they fire people all the time.
Yeah, and that's I know I do my job good enough to where I know other people fucking slack the fuck off.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I'm like, I know I do my job
Yeah,
well enough.
yeah.
This is gonna be all right.
Yeah.
If
for
they
sure.
want to give me
That
like,
too.
hey,
That too.
don't do that next time. Cool.
Yeah.
Fire me though. I
For
don't
sure.
think so. You know what
Yeah, no,
Maybe I'll bite my tongue on that. Who knows?
I definitely did some things that could be considered fireable.
Yeah.
But I was also the guy
Who
when
hasn't?
you needed a fucking when your bar backs didn't show up to set up the bars.
You fucking picked up the
You
slack
called
and
the
covered.
fucking. You called me and you were like, "Can you get here 2 hours before you're supposed to get here to come set up the bars?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll fucking no problem. I got you." So I was also the guy that was hitting my vape during the team meeting, fucking 20 steps away from everybody circled around the manager. I was like, "I fucking know what he's saying. I heard him say it last week.
Yeah.
I know what the fuck we're doing around here."
Y'all new motherfucker. You hit.
Yeah, y'all
pay
fucking
attention.
Take care. Have a good night. I'll be here.
You were the bartender that pissed me off when I was fucking working.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
But dude,
But
it's
also, you would never have an issue with any of me, my customers, no incidents.
I never
no
had
nothing.
any issue with any bartender because I never learned any of their names.
Mm.
They're like the last time I learned a bartender's name was when I
Oh
was
yeah, we would have beefed. Yeah, we would have beefed.
Well, it's the same thing with staging too, bro. There's people that handle their work. And
Yeah,
there's
dude, I
people
did it.
that got business
I did it
acumen.
professionally.
But he was
all over
also,
the country for 10 years.
but he was also a manager going traveling around to all the arenas.
Well,
like
and I
doing it
wasn't
for real.
just I was a senior director.
Yeah,
I was-
he was handling business.
Yeah,
So
like,
he would have looked at
Assistant
me.
to the regional manager.
He would have looked at me like
assistant
this.
to the
fuck
vice
off.
president of the division.
I got you.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, he would have looked at me and been like, "This fuck off."
Well, no.
Yeah.
Bartenders were always asking for shit, and it was just a matter of like, after San Antonio, that was my first like manager job with that company, and like after that, I was like, I'm never like, I don't need to learn any of the bartenders' names. I don't need to have a personal connection with them. It's just going to get me in trouble, and I know what they
Probably.
all want.
You live in
And
San Antonio?
for a while, I'm from Ohio, lived in Texas, in San Antonio, went to the Bay Area, and then moved down to Southern California. And now
He operated the Spurs arena and then operated the Giant or
No,
the
the
Giants,
49ers.
49ers stadium, Levi Stadium.
Yeah, Levi.
So he was in that bitch. Super Bowl, NFC Championship, all that shit, which is fire.
Wow.
Super sick.
Good shit.
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys fan, so I fucking hate it, but I get you.
yeah,
That sucks.
Yeah.
When I was
That
at,
sucks.
when I was at the Spurs, I switched the alcohol company over to Specs, and they took me to AT&T Stadium. That place is fucking lit.
That place is probably
It is.
It is so the Makers 46 Lounge is where they had us like posted up, and like Jesus Christ,
Yeah, I
it's
can imagine. Yeah.
Seen a couple games there.
Bro, Jerry Jones
Shout out
has
Dallas,
that place
Texas.
all decked out. It's like a zoo.
Oh yeah, that's Wally
it's
World.
crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's also a 5-hour drive from San Antonio, and we did it in one day, so like 10 hours driving. in one
San
day.
Antonio's the Alamo, right?
Yeah,
That's fucked.
place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So this past year with the Don Toliver tour, what was your favorite location? What was the best show? Rolling Loud.
Damn. That's a good question. I mean, I guess that's like by default because
Yeah, 'cause you were able to chill out. Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. There was a fuck ton of people at that festival.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Ice Spice was watching us from the fucking.
Are
side
you
of the
are you
stage.
able to like do your event and then go chill for the rest of the day? Are you doing
Yeah,
multiple
for the most-
acts in a day?
No. For that tour, we were just
Just
we
doing
worked-
Don Toliver.
We just worked like 10 minutes and then we were out.
And then you were just able to go chill in the event for the rest
yeah,
of the day?
until we had to tear it down, we would tear it down after
Yeah,
the
right.
shit was done, and
Right.
then once we were done tearing it down, we were done. Pretty much.
That's so
But yeah,
dope.
fuck, dude, it's tough. I think I'm gonna say LA,
LA?
Los Angeles. Like I worked here in Phoenix. The first show I actually got to ride in was here in Phoenix
Uh-huh.
because we had to alternate because I was late to the rehearsals because I was in the Cayman Islands working in like.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember you went to the
And then
Cayman
there was
Islands
that
show.
hurricane or some shit in Florida.
Yeah,
and
that's
it
delayed you.
helped- Yeah, and
Yeah.
delayed me back over there, so I couldn't make it in time to the rehearsals or whatever. But yeah, I started working when we made it here to Phoenix, which is cool because Mike Libera was there, Brock, Brandon.
They all went to the Don Toliver show?
Yeah,
That's
they were-
sick.
Jakar Close. went to
Jakar,
his-
yeah, that's
his
fire.
show,
That's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, Jakar's dope.
Jakar's a party animal, dude.
Yeah, he's sick.
so much fun.
He was in Jersey too, was talking about on his story that he ended up at some kind of Diddy party. I'm like, what the fuck? It was just a joke. He was, like,
Hey,
in some
yo.
But,
Jakar be wildin', bro.
Yeah.
Jakar a wild man.
He's a cool guy, man.
So
Shout
funny.
out Jakar.
I love him. He's dope. Got his card right now here too, so
There you
we're
go.
in business.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I would say LA. Just like the whole day, it was just I ran into a bunch of people. I don't know if you heard about the Justin Bieber story on the Shmee podcast.
No.
Okay, fuck. Well, I kind of spoiled it there. But anyway, so the whole day.
Well, you definitely have to go watch that, and I definitely need to go
Yeah,
watch it.
but-
I saw you on his pod, and I watched a little bit, but I don't think I watched it
Yeah,
until that
so
part.
basically, LA, like I figured there was gonna be a fuck ton of people there.
Yeah.
So we set up everything. The show starts getting close to starting or whatever, and on my way in, I don't know if you know FaZe. Face Clan.
Of course.
I see FaZe Banks.
Oh, dope.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like, I know FaZe Banks a bunch from like Mike Malek's videos.
Of course.
I've met Mike a bunch of times.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
cool as fuck. Chills.
I met them all in Boston.
Yeah.
At the hotel.
Yeah, he was. I've seen him. Yeah,
Him and Criskub
I think I've seen him
and all
like
them.
in 10 different places.
Yeah.
Now at this point.
Yeah.
First time was at Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul's after party. And
Dang.
Yeah, I was there at that one. That's where I met Chuck Liddell. Fucking.
Dang, how'd you get into that?
I'm telling you, bro. I'm just. I don't know. The
Make shit
connection.
happen.
Yeah, make shit happen for real, bro. It's like some kind of connections just lead me to a path, and I just keep following it. And
Yep.
somehow I end up meeting all these people.
Yep.
That's why I want to start putting these vlogs out too, because I feel like there's so much shit that I am gonna forget eventually. So I
You
need to
have
start
to.
talking about it.
Where are you storing all this content?
It's all on my phone, right?
Everything?
Everything, bro. I have an insane amount of content from so.
I was gonna say,
fucking
how much
places.
storage you have on that bad boy? Because you have
A lot,
content from 10
I
years
got
ago.
Google Drive. I got everything. Dropbox.
So are you just letting Colt go to work on the Google Drive or what?
It's Colt's doing like all mainly like motorcycle stuff. Luke's gonna do like the travel stuff. Though.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be like somewhere just story time in it, talking
Okay.
about what's going on while you're watching the shit that I tell.
That's dope. Are you gonna do like a behind the scenes like audio
Yep.
speak over
Basically,
essentially?
Yeah, like that.
That'd
Like
be
Pablo.
Voiceover.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, voiceover.
Yeah, voiceover.
Yeah, that'll be fire.
But yeah, that's the plan. But
Because you've done a few of them. Who edited those? You?
yeah, it's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I try my best, but I know if I just put some effort in it, like if I just
It'd be way much
drop
better.
some money on it.
Yo,
like,
Colt's sick.
Yeah,
he's
Colt's a
sick.
motherfucker, bro.
He's officially with the UFC now, right?
Yeah, he's like, I think this weekend he's going over there to work.
Does he
somewhere.
work like? Is he shooting on the octagon? What does he actually do there?
He helps run cable. He helps like with whatever stuff the camera people need until like they call him up to start doing like the camera shit. Because there's only a certain amount of people.
Right.
He's
So is
like-
he working every event, or is it just spotty events?
It's spotty right now, but like we're trying to manifest. He gets like the right shit going.
Yeah.
And, like starts getting more opportunities hopefully. But
Is he working on side gigs too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's also got a super cheap place in Vegas right now.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
living. He's living
He's
in
about to be
Vegas.
living in.
Oh, okay.
Like, at least part time, and then he's gonna come back here. It's one of those situations.
Dang. So
Yeah.
he got a super dope cheap gig out there to be
Yeah.
able to stay out there while he has to
Yeah,
work
cheap
out there.
place. Yeah, to do the gig. Yeah.
That's fire.
But yeah, bro, that fucking LA show was insane. Later on in the day, I just kept seeing a bunch of people that were guests, like Nav and Yeet. I don't know if you know Yeet.
Yeah.
Roddy Rich.
Roddy Rich.
They were all hanging out backstage. They saw us like in motorcycle outfits, so they were saying what's up.
They're
and
all
shit.
gassed up. So fire.
And then I'm like right before the show, bro. I'm walking backstage, and me and my buddy Johnny were just getting ready to go get the bike ready to go out and do our part. And we see this dude like vibing out, like backstage or whatever, and he's like honestly kind of a little bit tripping out a little bit, not he was kind of day tripping in a way, if you know what I mean. So, but we get closer and shit, and I start to see his swag and the way he kind of looks, and I'm like, And then he like makes eye contact with me, and he kind of like walks up to me, and then we back up real quick, and then as soon as we gap, he looks over at me, and he like his shades were low enough to where I saw his eyes, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And he like looked at me, realizing that it was him, and he was just like, and he just let go of my hand, snapped, and then kept walking. And I'm like, dude, I think that was fucking Justin Bieber or
That's
whatever.
wild.
And then
But he was just having a good night.
yeah,
Dapped up the homie.
bro. And then we fucking go hit our song hit, so we have to fucking go do our shit. We ride
Yeah.
the motorcycle, whatever. We get off, crowd went nuts. And then we get off the stage, and as we're getting off the stage, that motherfucker Justin Bieber goes on the stage and he starts singing, and all the girls fucking lost their mind. Bro.
yeah.
That was
I'm
the
sure
loudest
he was
I've ever
vibing.
heard. Yeah.
I'm sure he was vibing.
Vibing, bro.
Yeah.
Big
I'm sure,
vibes. Big
I'm sure he was
JB
having
vibes.
a good old time. He probably dropped a chocolate right before he walked into that
100%.
Staples
Little
Center.
mushy,
dog.
little mushy
Little
chocolate.
mushy chocolate.
Jeez.
Dang.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
a
vibing.
Bieber.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah,
I've had some pretty dope moments like doing shows like that, dude. It's so fun to like kind of be in the
you
moment.
never know what the fuck is gonna be,
Bro,
you know
like,
what I mean?
and I know you can relate to this and I'm sure you can too, just working those events too. You start to rub shoulders with those kind of people, bro. You get more comfortable rubbing shoulders with those kind of people.
That's been my life.
Like literally,
And it's happened
like,
to me since I was young.
So nervous when you're like first getting into
Of
it.
course,
And you're
yeah,
like,
of course.
Oh my god, this is, and you're shaking, and then like the 30th time you meet somebody who's crazy, you're like, cool, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
more comfortable that you are around
The more
them,
comfortable they are.
and
Yeah,
the
you
more
just realize that
times that's
they're-
gonna happen. Then.
You just realize that those are like
They're just
people.
humans.
Yeah,
they're
just
just
people.
humans.
We're all
Yeah.
fucking humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be in the same spot as them. Just
Bro, that's
just
why-
takes the right chance.
That's
you know?
why I'm so happy to have the experiences that I had with If You Know, You Know, with the present that Jace got me. Because it's like, bro, I was around that shit at an early age where I was like, I was not allowed to lose my shit. Like I was not allowed to freak the fuck out because of what was going on. So I was like, well, what's the word I'm looking for? I was like,
desensitized.
Not desensitized. I was thrown into those situations at such an early age. I was able to get
kind of numb to it.
not numb, just experience, like just realizing like
Comfortable.
You know, yeah, like if any 14-year-old one time gets to meet any of their favorite people growing up, like they freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
But if that becomes a norm, like you just start to see that they're humans too. They pick their nose, they suck their thumbs, they shit the same way that we do. You have breakfast with these people and they're having normal conversations. They have kids.
Everybody's got to kick the sheets.
Right. Yeah. So it's like you just start having normal experiences with these people, and it makes stepping into Red Hawk Academy a little bit easier. It makes going and doing what I do.
The camaraderie.
It
makes
makes
the Red Hawk Academy camaraderie.
For
It's
sure.
the gentleman camaraderie. We just felt in Jersey.
Yeah, for sure. It's so much easier to like kind of just navigate your way through.
Yeah, and that's what kind of like JCAC even brought up. Like, we're so used to like other people being those people that are bringing us up. We very easily could be those people
For
that
sure,
are bringing
for each other.
everyone up.
Yeah, for each
You know
other,
what I mean?
for sure.
And do our own things and shine in our own fucking.
Yeah,
ways,
I
you know what
don't. I don't disagree.
That's what you're
either.
doing with this pod. That's
Well,
what
and
I'm
I
trying to do with the
think
content.
I think that we should all. I mean, we can all. There's enough for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Like in a sense.
Yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
could
Like,
all win.
There's enough for everybody. Like nobody needs to be hitting the 1% numbers to make it successful.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
Just
and
gotta
I
start.
think you just gotta start. And I think it's pretty. We're gonna see. I mean, we'll definitely. The way I see it is, we're gonna find out.
Oh yeah.
We'll find out who took the right steps.
Who was really
to-
about it? And
Yeah,
who was
right.
just
We'll
talking.
find out
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. 100%.
Because I think that's familiar in the sense that I'm fucking taking this shit to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really give a fuck who
I'm
comes
going
with.
right to the moon, baby.
I mean,
I
if
ate
you
strawberry moon the other night.
Yeah, if you want to come, great.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I'll see
I'll
you
see
at
you
the
when I
top.
get there. I'll see you when I get there.
Catch me up there.
Yes, sir.
I'll
see you on the
wait.
flip side.
we
And that
wanna
starts
rock.
with. Hopefully, that starts with here. What happens potentially in a couple of weeks? That would
Oh.
be.
The connections thing I wanted to talk to
Oh
you
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
So power slap. I know multiple people that spar with power slap people.
Okay.
Spar, like not like power slap,
Right.
actual sparring and shit. Last year, when I was getting into the card shit, me and Jace had the idea that one of us at least should go to one of these events, start rubbing these shoulders. You know what I mean? Because we want to get cards out to people. That's the main goal.
Yeah.
Because like me and Jace on Sunday and his cousin Ant, we went to this card shop, bro, and we got this fucking guy, we got a bunch of shit.
Out in New York or
Yeah,
Jersey?
New York.
In wherever
New
it was.
York.
Yeah, yeah.
Or no, in Jersey, but I went to New York later.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, we went to a card shop and bro, we felt like kids again, man.
Yeah,
we had
dude.
such a fucking
It's
vibe.
such a
and time.
nostalgic
That's a
feeling.
vlog in itself. that I
Yeah,
took.
dude.
And it was fucking awesome, and like we all agreed at the end that like we can't just keep making excuses, bro. We gotta start going for it.
Yeah.
This is the idea that I had for the power slap last year that was in International Fight Week in Vegas last year.
Yeah.
And since you're talking about this shit, I'm like, oh, here come the connections. Because
Yeah.
me and Jace always believe in the connections and the signs.
For
bro.
sure, for
like
sure.
the owl, there's so many connections.
Right.
I'm not even gonna get too deep into it because people are gonna call me fucking crazy. But there is definitely a higher energy or power
For
that's
sure.
fucking
That-
guiding
the
all
guide
this.
is guiding this shit, for sure.
So anyways, yeah, bro, I am totally with you on that. I don't know if you need any help going out there.
I'll
today.
talk to you. We'll talk.
Yeah,
we'll figure
talk.
it out.
But I might be
Let me
out
ask you
there
this:
anyway.
what's your plans for that week?
My
You know the
friend
dates.
is selling tickets to UFC X, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. rub
So
some
we'll figure it
shoulders.
out.
And then I also just made a connection with the WWE people. There was a girl there named Aggie.
Yo, that's another industry that I think is so
Me and
untapped.
Jace are going to WrestleMania.
Bro,
It's in Vegas.
so
again.
untapped. Let's do it. I'm
And
down.
And those cards are
Daytrippin vlog to WrestleMania next year
Where?
in Vegas.
When?
Next year,
April.
WrestleMania.
April 19th and 18th.
April, yeah, it's
I can
mid-April.
probably budget for that.
Yeah, let's do that.
It'd be quick,
Let's
bro.
do
We
it.
could all shine
That'd be a
back.
sick day
Dude.
tripping fucking content
I'm
week,
telling you,
dude.
Jason
Oh my
wants to go out for
god.
that because
Let's do it.
We want to get in this card shit.
Let's do it.
And like the
WWE cards are good too.
Yeah,
I
bro.
know those are just as collectible
yeah,
as
and
any
bro,
other
I
cards.
rubbed shoulders with CM Punk, Cena, Penta, who's fucking blowing up.
Penta's
right
blowing
now.
up.
I saw him
right
without the
now.
mask, bro. I knew it was him because he had the owl
Yeah,
tattoo.
yeah,
Right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like that's
Fire.
crazy to me.
Yeah, that's
and I
dope.
could have easily had a card on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to
Hey,
get
bro.
fired or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But I know I've made contact with these people. Dom too.
Bro,
From
yeah,
San Diego,
you
bro.
should. Yeah, San
Fucking-
Diego. Yeah.
And Mysterio, 619. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah. So
Dude, we
I
grew
love
up with that
showing-
shit too, so it's like it feels that nostalgic feeling
like kid
again, bro.
feeling
It's that
again,
kid
bro.
feeling again, bro. Yeah,
And we
I
gotta
love
keep that alive, bro, because that's honestly what keeps us dreaming and keeps us accomplishing.
I don't
dreams.
disagree. I
We
don't
have to keep
disagree.
doing that, 'cause-
I like that soft plan for WrestleMania next year. That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta
And
start
I'm
investing
pretty
now.
sure I don't know if you've been following the timeline,
Mm.
but because you were just doing at the Phoenix show, CM Punk just challenged John Cena for the title,
Saudi Arabia.
and John's gonna be done at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So that WrestleMania will be a whole new
I almost
timeline.
wore the John Cena shirt from Phoenix because
Yeah.
Jay's copped me and him one.
It'll be a whole new timeline for when that WrestleMania. And I think, bro,
Yeah. There's a lot that can happen.
I think Braun Breaker's gonna turn on
Rollins.
Seth Rollins, and I think that'll be the title match.
Bro, you know what's crazy about that dude? He's so like menacing and shit. But I barked at him.
Who?
Braun Breaker.
Okay.
I barked at him wherever he just looked over at him. He's like,
He's probably super chill.
chill as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
super chill.
I saw like when we were like in catering and shit like that, he was just by himself eating.
Bro.
He ate like 6 fucking times.
Bro,
that motherfucker eats.
He's an old college football player.
That's what I
And
heard.
I've seen
Steiners.
some interviews. I've seen some fucking interviews, dude. Super mellow cat.
Yeah.
Super mellow cat.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise because I haven't
Yeah.
really seen it. I only
But
know
that's
his
funny
character,
they jack his character up like that.
Yeah,
Like that's
bro.
to the complete change.
Yeah.
Like
Because I was like,
yeah,
he's
he
just like,
nails it. He's just like, what's up?
he's like, I was like, damn, all right,
Did you see
chill.
any of the Usos? You see any of the boys?
Dude, I saw so many, bro.
Yeah,
so many.
I love the Uso crew.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
funny.
Jay unfortunately lost that night.
Yeah,
yeah, but
sucks.
he was rolling with his son. It was so cool.
Yeah,
seeing
that's
his
dope.
son.
And he said a little tribute at the end. I heard that too.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
tribute to
He
his
came
son.
out like right in front of a Kona big wave sign too. I was like, oh, that
That's
makes
fire.
sense.
That's fire. Yeah. Fucking Gunther won it back.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Gunther.
shit. Which means though, they can't have two heels as champion.
Nope.
So if Gunther's a heel
Somebody's
as a
about to lose some
champion,
shit. Or Gunther's about to lose it right away. One or the other.
do they give it to CM Punk
That'd be so sad.
at Night of Champions? Do they give it to CM
Oh,
Punk?
dude, the best in the
That'd
world.
be
Being a
wild.
champ again.
Yo, the fact that I'm almost 30 years old talking wrestling on my fucking podcast, I love it,
Back,
dude. That's
baby.
so
It's
sick.
fucking back.
It's so back, too.
It's so back.
Like, the last time I felt this way about wrestling was watching Shawn Michaels and Triple H drive a fucking tank with
And
DX,
now those are the
dude.
guys running
And
the
those
shit.
are the guys running the
Running
show.
shit.
It's
Dude,
so fucking
most
fire.
aura that night was Triple H for sure, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's the man.
fucking mensch, bro. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
You know the gorilla, the backstage thing with that
Yes.
gorilla hanging
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
We were tearing down that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he walked by before we were getting ready to tear that shit, and he just looked over at us. He's like, "Thank you, guys." And he just kept walking. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's the man.
Holy fucking aura.
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, I pulled the boss's daughter.
Dude,
So
yeah, he's sad.
got mad aura.
Sad.
Yeah, he's
Sad.
mad aura. He
Stephanie-
just went from a
Stephanie-
millionaire.
Stephanie's a fine bag, man. She's still
bad.
bad.
She still got it, dude. Yeah. He went from a millionaire to a billionaire. Real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
TKO. That's why it was kind of crazy that I went to the UFC event in Newark and then worked.
And then worked
Because like
WWE.
it's all under the TKO.
Yeah, it's all
thing.
TKO.
And
Yeah.
like I'm trying to get more in that world. Like that girl Aggie that I was telling you about.
Uh-huh.
She runs like wrestler relations and social media shit for them now, and she used to work with the Zone and Misfits.
Okay.
Which in
Okay.
Florida I was
Yeah.
super tight
Yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah,
Misfits and Most Valuable Promotions.
Okay.
Jake Paul's.
Yep.
So I was heavy on the content side, and now I'm trying to get a little bit more heavy on this
Bro,
side.
that would be sick if you
Yeah.
can get into these little niche shit because that just opens the door for everybody else to
Yeah,
come.
and
to
I've
that
already
shit.
got all these videos of me at these
Yeah,
events rubbing
yeah,
your shoulders. So
yeah.
it's like, it's going to be a reminder to these people for when I start seeing them again.
Right.
Like that Aggie girl, I just saw her again.
Right.
Now she's going to be at Fanatics Fest in New York.
Okay.
Which is a big thing for like collectibles
Right,
and like all
right,
that
right.
shit. And she invited me out there. I can't make it unfortunately because I'm working the Post Malone thing.
Right.
But that was like, that's another big opportunity.
Yeah, you
It's
were like, that's
things
another
are
thing.
starting to just
Yeah.
come up. You know?
I don't disagree. That's gonna be
Yeah.
sick. That means this upcoming year is gonna be huge for you guys.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
And you guys are so. What's the idea of Sicko Sports Cards? You guys are collectibles that are just you're getting rid of them for free, or you guys gonna sell them too? Like, what's
Yeah,
your-
we want to get cards out to the people, like we like certain like Steve Aoki for example. Like we're gonna try to get him like a Logan Paul card because they're both tight. You know what I mean?
Okay,
They're both
got
boys.
you.
Or we're gonna get Logan Paul a card of his that he really wants that we know, like either a Pokemon card or one of his WWE cards they just released.
Gotcha.
Because
So
that's
you
his
guys
rookie,
are
that's
you
gonna
guys
be
are
his
just
rookie card,
right.
So those are gonna be worth.
Those are
some
gonna be
money.
worth some money for
Because
sure.
he's got a lot of people to prove.
They might
wrong.
have him. They might have him take over if they extend his contract.
That's what
They
I'm
might.
saying.
They may have. him
And that's
take
another
over.
dude that I've talked to a bunch of times. I was
Yeah.
at his Floyd fight in his
Yeah.
after party. Like,
That's so
yeah,
sick.
Mike, I'm cool with him and
That's
shit like
dope.
that. So that's like where I'm at, and I feel like I've gotten these opportunities. I can't let them go to waste now. I
No.
gotta kind of go.
No, you gotta
lean into it,
capitalize.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you gotta capitalize for sure.
For sure.
That's gonna be sick. What if we just go and hang out with Logan at WrestleMania next year and just
That'd be
fucking
tight. I'm done.
do some content?
I'm definitely gonna be backstage. I already know that.
Oh yeah, because you'll probably
I'll
have
figure it out.
You'll have a pass some sort.
figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
But as long as you're there, bro, you know, I'll
Yeah,
make something happen.
we'll figure it out.
That's like
Yeah.
what I told the boys with the weekend. I was like,
Yeah, of course.
get the nosebleeds,
Yeah, buy the cheapest ticket possible.
and then we're good.
If you don't
Just get
if
through
you-
the door.
if there's a ticket outside the building that still allows you in, buy that ticket too.
Cut to me getting arrested at fucking
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
literally.
Nah, it'll be good.
Nah,
By then we'll have some good
There's
shit
been
going.
you were in Vegas for us when we did the day party at the pool, right?
Yes, sir.
So you saw me literally do
Oh, yeah.
what you do
Oh, yeah.
and do what I do.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's why I know we'll make some shit
yeah,
happen.
bro, we can
We'll
make
some
stuff
shit
happen. Alex, do you know the story? So this is actually great. It's all tying together, as you know, signs and just things like that. Got you.
At least it's better than low volume. 'cause
So,
sometimes
Well,
they-
my
I
whole
get
thing
you.
is like, if we can keep it regulated at a normal volume, I don't know if you've listened to the episodes, but we won't have those distortions if you're not young.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also you.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that you haven't fucked with your mic yet.
Hey, I'm working on it.
You're doing good.
Progress.
You're doing good.
We're focused on progress.
So yeah, if you can keep not yelling, people
Okay.
will enjoy it more.
I'm
Gotcha.
hoping I'm not sounding too monotone.
So
No,
this,
no, you're all good.
no, the problem's gonna be always be me. That's for sure.
You're good, man.
So this card
Mhm.
is from the fight that he fought Rulian Paiva,
Mhm.
which is, I believe, the fight that we were in Vegas for, was it not? Or was it
Oh,
the
no,
eye
no.
poke?
No.
Were we in Vegas?
Oh
for
no,
the
you're
eye
talking
poke?
about another one. I wasn't there for that one.
You
I
weren't
thought you were
there.
talking about the sphere. No, you're talking about another one.
Oh, you're talking about.
I'm thinking about the night.
You're thinking about the nightclub.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're thinking about the nightclub experience.
But you can talk
Okay.
about the story because I don't really know this story.
Okay, so this was like I think it's like the first. I don't think it was actually
What was
that
the
fight.
fight?
I want to say it was the eye poke. What's his name? Pedro Mourinho or something like that, or Pedro Munoz.
For the
Pedro
Munoz.
Munoz.
It was either him or it was Rulian Paiva. It was one of those two fight weeks in Vegas. And it was a bunch of us. I mean, we had Jobins galore. Like, I'm surprised Jace wasn't there because pretty much everyone but Jace was there. We had, Fran and, what's his fucking name? I'm blanking on everybody right now. We had Fran and Prez. Sorry, we had Fran and Prez. We had Foulnats. We had me, Schmitty, Brendan, Sono. I don't even know if Brock was in the equation at this point yet. My boy came out. We had a bunch of Jobins all in this Airbnb in Vegas for this fight. And so then we had to go out. And so the first night we go out, we go to, and it was after the fight because it was definitely the eye poke because Suge had gotten out of the fight early because of the eye poke, which then we were able to meet him at the club that night. So that night,
That wouldn't be this one then because this is when Sean won.
right, that's Rulian Paiva.
Yeah.
So I think it was the Pedro Munoz fight week.
Pedro Munoz has been no contest.
Yeah, it was that fight week, I'm pretty sure. So we go to meet Suge at the club, and I had already, because of the Rulian Paiva fight week, I was there for that fight as well. I had already talked my way and made friends with security at the club, and I won't say which club because I don't need people coming to me and trying to, I got connections with Vegas. But it wasn't the club that I took you guys to. It wasn't the club that I took you guys to. It was the one at the Resorts World.
Right.
It was one of their clubs there. It was one of their clubs there.
Okay.
Technically both of their clubs there, I guess. Yeah, we could just say it. It's Zook and the other one, the day club, Maya, Traya, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Pain in my ass is what it's called.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna be for sure.
No.
Pain in your ass.
Resorts World is a pain in my ass.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, they want special stuff.
Oh, okay, that makes sense for food orders and such.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was like 8 to 9 of us, and
Rolling deep.
to make a long story short, I had gotten my way into the club VIP section to see Suge just by talking my way through by myself. And I was talking to Suge's brother at the time. We were texting, and he was like, if you see us in there, great. And I'm like, well, they should have a guest list. I'm talking to the dude. He's bald. I'm bald. I'm like, hey, we can figure something out here.
Balls
Michael?
together.
Should
No.
Sean's brother Michael?
Yes, I was texting Mikey.
He's about to get married, right?
Yes.
Shout out Michael.
And I was good friends with him because he used to stream before he got heavy into school. So I was in their streams all the time and stuff like that. That was a big part of the streaming time as well, gaming times. So I was texting Michael, or not Michael, I'm sorry, the other one. Daniel. Sorry. Not Michael. Daniel. Daniel's in the streaming.
There's too many of them.
Daniel's the one who's getting married to Alana. Michael's the older one. Daniel's the younger one.
Wait, I thought Michael was the one that's about to get married.
Michael might be getting married as well, but I know more about Daniel than I do Michael.
Got it.
Michael, I do know has a girlfriend, probably be getting married, but I know Alana and Daniel are getting married as
Was
well.
Shayla engaged yet?
I don't think so, but she's been dating
She was
that
at
dude for a
the
while.
she was at the fights. We saw her for a little
She's
bit.
dating that Pardon dude or whatever his name is.
Yeah, she was there with
because
him.
they're
She was
going
there
to
with
like Missouri or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yep. I guess
Yes.
Brock saw them in Missouri too.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's living in Missouri?
No, not her. I know Brock said he saw her boyfriend.
Got you.
Yeah.
Pardo. Or what? Yeah, that fool. So anyways, to make a long story short, I had talked my way into the Julio fight, getting into the club. So now, current day, which would have been the no contest against Pedro,
Right.
we get to the club. Dude recognizes me. He's like, "Oh yeah, no problem, bro. I got you. How many you need?" I'm like, "Fuck."
25.
9.
I got 9 motherfuckers who
Yeah.
don't look like they belong back here behind me. And with all due respect,
And looking all like
with all due respect, Schmitty was wearing cargo shorts.
Ugh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love him to death.
Fuck.
But he was wearing cargo shorts and a Hawaiian button-up. Like
Hey,
going to the Vegas club.
Some of his
Schmitty
Hawaiian
fit.
button-ups are pretty fire.
Schmitty fit. I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it,
Yeah,
right?
those are Schmitty vibes.
But it's not a Vegas nightclub fit. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So it's
you
like
definitely need pants.
right.
But Vegas is for all weirdos and all. walks
Sure,
of
but they still have dress codes. Right? Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
They do have dress codes.
They got,
So-
they got dress codes in fucking Old Town Scottsdale.
Yeah, they got dress codes out the whole time.
My birthday last year,
But those are a
the day
bunch
before
of-
we had to move because Brendan had shorts
But
on.
those are a bunch of cuts.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so I look back over my shoulder. I'm like, "You see that group of dudes right there?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All of them." And he was like, "Make it quick." So I turn around. I go, "Boys, let's go!" Like, get in before he changes
I don't
his
know if you saw
mind.
my story, but that was the thing with the weekend. I was like, now's the time. I saw a white cross right there. I'm
Yep.
like, this is the sign.
This is the time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Yep.
go.
And don't say a word. Follow
Yeah,
my lead.
Exactly.
Do not
That's
speak
the way
unless
I speak.
spoken to.
You fucking know
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
bro.
Do
You
not
know
speak
what it
unless
is.
spoken to. I got this.
Yep.
So
Shout out Eric. Eric's on YouTube and does
yeah,
this
he
shit all
does
the
that stuff all the time. Yeah, that's how he got big on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Didn't he initially buy Logan Paul's couch or
Yep.
something like that? That's
Hey,
how it
you know the
started?
part I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know
about.
the Lord.
Good shit.
So what happened was I go, "All right, boys, let's go." I'm like waving him home from third. I'm like, "You guys need to get in here,
Yeah.
get in here now
Get
before he
fucking home
before he changes
ASAP.
his mind
Yeah.
and says anything else."
Yeah.
So the boys come through and I look at the security dude. I think his name's Darren. I can't remember, but I could spot him from a mile away. Big, tall, suited up, white dude, bald with a beard. And I go, "I'll be the last one, so you know who's in our group." He's
Yeah.
like, "Perfect." So Schmitty's big ass walks in front of me. He's the last one. I walk behind Schmitty. Buddy pulls out the same fucking binder of VIP bracelets that he pulled out the first time that I was there, a year before or whatever. Literally gives me the book and goes, "Rip out one for all of you guys." I start passing them out. Oh boy, stamps us up 3 times on the same wrist that we have the thing.
Just to be safe.
And I'm looking around in the other lines, like other entrances of this club, because we got the VIP entrance, and everybody's got like different colored wristbands on and 1 stamp, and we've got a different colored wristbands on and 3 stamps. So I'm like, all right, what do we get authorized for? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where can I go now?
Bro, he takes us into the side entrance. We go through, get a drink, go down to the dance floor. We're automatically like already in the suite section, and I turn around. I go, "Have fun, boys.
Yep.
Whatever you do from now is not
Yeah.
my responsibility."
But we're gonna have a good
But
time.
we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Suge was right there. A couple of guys got into the table, but I wasn't even chilling. I think
Yeah.
Warlike got into the
Yeah.
table. We were having a great time.
That's the coolest part too, because like I've done so many of those where it's just been me, bro. Where it's
Oh
just
yeah.
me by
Oh
myself.
yeah. You have the
Because
experience of a lifetime.
when it's me by myself, I can pull some
Oh
shit
yeah.
off, you
Oh
know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
I've learned now that like I
Getting
also-
your homies to shit,
getting the
dude.
homies in
the
there
homies
with
to
the
do
friends,
shit is so
like,
much
getting,
funner.
Getting the 2 girls and the Jobins in, bro, was like
I was fine. How many wristbands did you have?
6.
So you
6
didn't have
of us
enough for
total.
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. It was
yeah.
exactly.
No,
6.
I actually had 2 extras, but 6 of us total. But yeah, it just it's such a dope feeling. Just because you know how many times you've had to do that by yourself.
And how nerve wracking it is
Yeah.
when you're like, I am not supposed to be doing this
Yeah.
right now. Like I am so.
But hey, shout out to Devin and Clark.
Yep.
They hooked it up, you know.
Hey, there you go.
That's the fail safe.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And yeah, the more you do it, though, the more confident you get it, and you realize, listen, if you act like you belong,
Yeah.
nobody is gonna question
Yeah.
you.
And at the end of the day, bro, like sometimes you work these events, you work for them and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
and so you
the
see
energy,
recognizable faces.
The energy is
see
on your
faces.
side.
Yeah,
the energy is on
100%.
your side sometimes.
So that following day, we leave the club, have a great night in Vegas. That following day, which would have been Sunday morning, Shug had a podcast appearance with the Nelk Boys in Vegas in the day club. They rented out the day club to do a podcast, whatever.
Okay.
After that, he was doing a Happy Dad promotional thing in the day club.
Right.
So they were having a party.
Okay.
So Shug tells Schmitty and all the boys, tells us all, hey yo, I'm gonna do this pod. Meet me at the day club after. We'll hang out.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, bet. But now this time we have more people than we had the night before because we had just the guys went out. So now we've got Prez, we got Lena and Fran. We call her Fran. We got her with us. We got a couple more people that met up with us and their girlfriends. We got like a squad of like 15. We're rolling deep into this fucking day club. The same security guard from the night before sees me walking up to the club. You've been to that club before.
Yeah.
It's a long walk up.
Yeah.
See me like pass the ball and like not even get past that first club on your left, throws up the deuces sign to me from like 500 feet away. And I'm like, oh, we're in the fucking clear.
Yeah.
We are so good.
Yeah.
He knows me from last night. He's recognizing me from a mile away. I got a squadron behind me and he's not even flinching.
Yeah.
I pull up, he goes, what's up, Mikey? Same thing as last night? I'm like, you already know the drill, my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Pulls out the same book. All 15 of us, bro. All 15 of us. We get this lady, she fucking stamps us all up, and she goes, all right, you're going to follow the waitress. She'll take you to where you guys are going.
Yeah. What's crazy about that too is that people will maybe look at it or think like, oh, bro, how you doing that? That's fucked up or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not so much that, it's the fact that we know how to make connections.
Yes.
We know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
We're experienced in this
Yes.
life. And people want those kind of people in their places.
Yes, because they bring the social aspect.
Exactly.
They
They
pop
don't
up
want
everything
some
else.
fucking weird people
Yeah,
that
they
don't
don't
feel
want-
like they belong there and shit like that.
Or
So-
they're nervous because they're in a club or
So
something
when
like
you bring
that.
that vibe, you bring that energy, that's half the fucking
Yeah,
battle right
100%.
there. Yeah.
And they already know we're
Yeah.
about to go spend $200 in there in alcohol.
Yeah,
so
that's
what's
another
a
plus.
what's a $20 door fee?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
they
sometimes
do
it's
the
not
night
even that
before.
situation for you
Right.
to spend money. It's
No.
just for you to experience it.
Right,
You just happen
100%.
to know this right person.
Because maybe you'll come back next time and you'll remember the experience you had.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna bring that business to them this
Yeah.
time. The house always wins,
Yeah.
dog. The house always
100%,
wins.
and then
Which is
you-
why I don't have a problem doing this stuff
And,
either.
and then you know damn well you've done that for other people too.
Yeah.
You've done certain situations like
Fuck
you
yeah.
and Schmidt are the reason I'm here in Arizona.
Yeah, yeah.
You hit the call. He made the call.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you should move out here.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
go.
So like, there's always somebody that leads you somewhere.
For
Even
sure.
if you don't think that you're doing it, you don't realize.
For
it,
sure.
you know
I
what
just
mean?
posted yesterday. I literally said, you're a role model for people whether you like it or not, or you
Yeah.
want to accept it or
Yeah.
not. Like
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And I'll get randomly reminded.
And you
by
don't know who is watching or who's paying attention or what you did that affected them so
Yeah.
much. Like I don't even remember that. I remember having the conversations without you, but you saying me and Schmidt are the reason why
Yeah.
we moved out here. Like I didn't know I had
Yeah.
that much impact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had no idea.
It's true. I just
right.
told Schmidt it today.
But I was like, bro, I remember when you were in the process. I was like, fucking move out here, bro.
Yeah,
Why would
exactly.
you not? If you're traveling all the
I've
time.
been out here a couple times, and this has been the only place that I was like, if there was a chance for me to come out here,
Yeah,
I'd take it.
for
And
sure.
You called me. And
Yeah,
told
I
me
was like,
that
bro,
shit.
come on fucking
And I
out.
was like,
We'll
I
figure
wasn't
something
gonna
out.
pass it,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Is the Jobin house still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schmidt. It's him.
Because you
Schmidt.
moved out.
I never lived in the Jobin house.
You're in Jobin house number 2?
No, I've never been in the Jobin house ever.
Okay.
So I was the only time I had ever been in consideration of the Jobin house was when Shogun was talking to some producers about doing some reality TV show.
I remember that.
That would have been the only time I would have been a roommate.
There
with
will be a
those
show
guys.
one day.
I do believe
I
that
fucking
too.
hope not.
But
hope that,
I was-
hope that this bullshit with like Suga was like the online celebrity horse shit that he was doing for a while is just kind of like fizzled out with.
I don't think it'll fizzle out. I think it's just gonna be doled down a little bit. Like he's matured, and I think everybody goes through that. Connor had to go through it. Like all the big UFC stars had to
Yeah,
go
it's
through
just maturing.
Is
It's
he
natural
on-
for a fighter
yeah,
and
well,
for a
also-
man in general? You know what I mean?
Well, also like focusing too, and like focusing on like his life more than like
For
doing
sure.
content on mine.
Yeah, you can.
And he was doing that for this camp for the
Yeah.
fucking.
I was gonna
most part,
say
yeah.
there's definitely a clear difference because Shug 2 years ago was posting every day.
Yeah.
Like every day.
Yeah.
On something.
Like you just
something.
said, you want the pods to come back. He hasn't been doing pods.
Right, he hasn't
been
been doing
doing
pods.
And I want
Yeah,
the
right.
pods to come back. I don't want this stupid fucking Instagram
Yeah.
shorts.
But that's the
that
thing.
are every
For
other
the
day.
pod to work, he has to get certain guests to come out.
I was
certain
about to
people
say,
come
for
out.
everything to
certain
work-
people coming out, certain content.
was actually-
Danny Duncan.
it
Danny
was
Duncan's
actually-
out here. He's gonna pull some dumb shit while he's out here. and it's
It
gonna
was
be fun,
actually
you know?
crafted almost to perfection because Shug while he was taking what people would consider tomato can fights, he was building his brand in the background.
Yeah.
And
that was able to carry him, which is why he had to.
Right, and I think at this point in his career, he's got the audience that he doesn't need to
For
do.
sure, which is why I don't think he's doing it anymore.
Yeah, well, like he doesn't need to, but like I hope that he returns to the podcast and like talking and doing things with people. But I hope he doesn't go back to like
He's just doing genuine content.
I think
shit that he just wants to do.
Yeah, not like silly, stupid stuff.
Right.
He's just trying to get like
some views or
like,
sponsored
all
brands or
things
something.
all things considered, I think Sugar is doing well. And
Oh, yeah,
1,000%.
And he's coming out with a company called Doing Well, and I don't know what exactly
Bro,
it all entails.
I think
Jason's been talking about it.
I know what it is.
Okay, I don't know. But
I think
Jason's
I
been
know.
talking about it, and he's got like some, like what he thinking.
I think I remember because I remember him and Dan Gardner were working on an app that was for like CTE rehabilitation.
Oh shit.
So I think that's what it might
I'm not
be.
gonna lie, with like the car accident and shit, I've been dealing with some little bit.
I
of
think because
repercussions
I
from that myself,
remember they had Dan on a segment of their podcast and they were talking about developing this app and doing this company about like how to retrain the brain to not have so much damage of
or even just
CTE.
strengthen the brain.
Or strengthen the brain. Yeah, so I think that might be
That's
something to do
interesting.
with
I'm
it.
curious about that.
And did
It
they
would be
actually
wild, bro. That
did
would
they
be-
actually wrap that jet or was that just edited?
that was wrapped.
Yeah, that was wrapped.
Let me see if I can find any information on this.
Yeah. But yeah, JCS has been talking about it. We don't know exactly what it is. But
I think that's
if
what it
it's
is.
something like that, I
That's-
would love to know more.
That's what I think it is.
Because like I said, I've been going to PT and stuff because of the accident.
Yeah.
I've had a torn labrum in this left shoulder and then some.
Yeah, you're
concussion
going
stuff.
through it.
Yeah. So I've been doing PT because of that and
Yeah.
dealing with some brain.
I'm almost positive this is him and Dan Gardner's baby. And that's pure speculation. I don't know anything behind the scenes. This is just from what I remember.
Can you bring that up, Jamie? Thank you.
There
Yeah,
it is.
for real.
There's not.
There's
shown.
probably not much on it because I don't
Well,
think they've
they-
released much on
Right,
it.
that they were.
Go to
They
Doing
had a
Well.
countdown for a drop that they were getting ready to do, but I think it was Thursday of this week that that's coming out. I don't think that it's.
You
out
could
yet.
look up. The
I also
website.
think it was a
Doing
email
Well.
list, too.
Doing Well. Sugar Sean. Maybe.
I mean, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm searching.
Because he had a website. Like I saw it and it had like a picture of him outside like the plane or the jail or whatever.
I mean, that image has been on Sean's Instagram.
Story.
Yeah, but I don't know that that's actually like a live website yet.
Okay.
It might be Sean's able to see it before it's up,
Okay.
and he's posting it from there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that could be it too.
Yeah, or it's
Yeah, because I
coming
felt like
through
I
his PR
signed
team.
up. I signed up for something.
I signed up for the wait list.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
think
what
I
it
signed
is.
up
The
for.
wait
Yeah,
list.
Yeah, it's not a full website yet, so
Gotcha.
we'll find out sometime later.
Yeah,
this
but
week.
if I had to
Shout
take
out-
a guess,
shout out that, man.
yeah,
Shout
shout
out.
out doing well.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're gonna be doing. Doing
we,
well.
We're doing well already, baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue to do well.
Yeah.
What else we got, boys? Anything else?
What do you mean? What else we
I'm
got?
running-
Life
I'm
is a
running
wonderful, glorious journey that we're all flying through this
Fuck.
rocket.
Are we going to Japan next
billions
year?
of miles an hour.
Yeah, what I've been hearing rumors about that.
So yeah, me and Brock are definitely fucking going next year. Oh yeah, there.
And Chris and it's Swag. Swag's going
Swag wants to go. Brendan wants to go.
for a snowboarding trip,
I
right?
think Schmidt wants to go. Yeah, we just I've been talking about Japan a lot because I think that's the first vlog I'm gonna put out. And
You guys want to go to Japan to snowboard?
I haven't heard
That's
about the snowboard.
okay. So the origins of this plan.
I mean, they might have been talking about some other.
I'm telling you right now, this is where the origins of this plan came from.
Okay.
Swag goes on a snowboarding trip every year with his buddies to different parts of the world.
Yeah, but like, there are way better places to go than Japan for snowboarding. Now, if you want to go to Japan, like,
I think they're doing it for both. I think they're doing like a couple days of snowboarding and then like a week and a half of Japan travel.
if they do it in like the late spring or the early spring, late winter, that'd be the best time. The cherry blossoms are the time of year.
That's
they
when
go.
That's
I
what I
want.
want- that's
the
when I
cherry
wanna go.
blossoms
Yeah.
burn out.
That's when I want to
So
go.
I want to go back. to the
So
cherry blossom.
the origins of
Yeah,
this
cherry
is
blossom.
Swag's group is going to Japan next year, and he told us that, and then we all kind of were like, "Oh, we're gonna fucking go! Like
Yeah.
we're bombarding your trip."
Yeah.
So if we're actually gonna do Japan,
Yeah.
those
we're
are the
doing
two trips we have to save up for. Is fucking WrestleMania and Japan.
Yep. We're doing
That'd be sick.
that. Yeah.
So when would we have to go to Japan?
For the cherry blossoms?
Yeah. What time of the year is that?
Yeah, bro. So that being like, it just feels like it's. I want to go back. Like it's the one place I've been in the world.
March
that
to early
I
April.
have to go back to.
March to early April. WrestleMania is April 15th.
So go like the second week of March so you can catch the end of the snow. You can go snowboarding and you can see the flowers.
And then 2 weeks later, we're in Vegas for fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's still a good bit away. It is doable.
It's
We'll
definitely
see.
doable.
Dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm trying to do
I
that.
cannot miss that.
I'm telling you right now, my girl wants to do that.
If
too.
it's not,
So,
if it's not this coming year, then the year after.
we'll have
I
to
need
do it.
Yeah,
We'll have to do it.
for sure.
We'll figure out a way to do
Go to
it, as we
manifestation.
always do.
Yeah.
We'll
But yeah,
figure
a lot
out
of
a
those
way.
jobs are down.
So what do you, I see you have it pulled up over here by Jamie. Alex, what's the doing well thing over here?
So, doingwell.health is the website. It's a sign up to be first on the wait list.
Yeah.
I believe
They have Instagram yet?
they have an Instagram, but it's very, very limited. There's 2,554 followers. They're only following one person, which I assume is Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they don't have anything else on there yet. Waitlist doesn't have a date. I thought I had seen Sean post earlier in the week, though, that there was going to be an announcement this week.
Yeah, I thought so too. I definitely signed up for it. Definitely followed the page. Shoutout doing well. We'll see what it is.
Yeah, I think he took some inspiration from Jake Paul and the W Company too.
Yeah.
And I feel like whatever Sean's gonna be putting his time and effort into is gonna be something.
He's got a good track
for-
record. He's
yeah.
got a good track record. I mean,
Yeah.
Sanibel picked him up early. That cashed out. Happy Dad, he picked up early. That's going to cash out.
Prize picks.
Prize Picks,
W.
that cashed out. W, that seems to be doing well. So, business-wise, he's doing pretty good. Yeah, going back to what we said earlier, he's doing just fucking fine, for sure.
If Sean
Speaking
wouldn't
of
need to
which-
fight ever again and could still live an enormously successful
He
life.
could live
Exactly.
3 lifetimes. and
But
never
knowing
fight.
Sean, like I feel like he's gonna come back and he's gonna be.
I know the fight.
Yeah.
I know the fight.
You know the fight?
I know the fight.
Let's talk about it.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've been speaking into the ether about UFC fights lately. I've been pretty fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Called Charles and Ilya.
Sean
Called-
was a bantamweight, right?
Yeah. He needs to go knock Henry's fucking head off.
Cejudo?
Yeah.
And he doesn't need
I
to
don't
go
want to
far.
watch that, dude. I hate Henry.
Well, guess what? Henry's still talking shit.
Is he really?
So why don't we
Yeah.
just
Isn't
go
he
pick up
old
a
as
free
fuck?
99 W?
Isn't he old as fuck?
Doesn't matter. He still wants
Doesn't
to talk
fucking
shit
matter.
and
If he
fight.
wants to keep talking shit, he's been calling him out.
Right.
But the other part of that is
And
like,
he
not,
is a wrestler, bro. He is.
Yeah, but he's not in
fucking
the
trying.
top. He's not in the top 20.
He's not?
He's 10.
Yeah. Sure.
That's a fight.
There you go.
That's
Give
a
him a
fight.
top 10 guy, and
That's
he's
a
right
fight.
back into the consideration.
I'd rather watch
He's
him
literally a
fight
top
Mario.
10 guy.
Mario, him and Mario aren't gonna fight each other.
No, they could not fight.
Mario
They're not
Batista?
gonna fight.
They're too close.
They're teammates.
Okay.
Basically teammates.
They're basically sparring partners.
Yeah, Mario and Ezra spar.
Marlon Vera is still up there.
Cheeto, they're not gonna run that for a third time.
Yeah,
Song Zedong.
I don't want that fight.
no.
Corey Sandhagen.
He's gonna fight for the
Corey's gonna
title.
fight Marab.
Okay, so Peter Young.
He's
Again.
already booked.
I know.
Against
Umar.
Marcus.
I don't want to
Nope.
fight Umar.
I
telling you
I
right
think he
now.
would do well against
telling-
Umar.
Alright,
too.
so
I'm telling
I
you
guess
right
if
now,
you
that's
want the,
not
alright, if
That's
you
the
want
fight.
Alright.
That's the fight.
Yeah, if you want the
You go
if
fucking
you want
take
the
it
win-
easy.
He doesn't have to go far. We can do it
No,
right
we
here.
can
in the
do it
backyard.
right here.
Fucking
Well,
AZ.
right.
That's where it
But
should
that's
happen.
kind of my point. Like, do we need the UFC for this? Can't we just have Henry come over to our full-size fucking octagon?
No, because that
Nah.
doesn't matter on a professional
Yeah.
card and he doesn't get paid.
That's
You're
good.
right.
That doesn't count on the record, bro.
I just want to watch.
And I'm
Henry
not
fuck
even
me up.
right.
Hey, bro, no disrespect to Henry. I'm not even thinking of it as an easy dub. I just know it's a dub, and I know Henry's been talking shit.
No, it's an
Why-
easy dub.
Yeah.
We also
Because
had
Henry fights like he's 6'5" tall, and he
True.
leaves his calf to be kicked.
Dude, I would love to fight against Henry.
But if Henry is as smart as he is, you know what he's gonna fucking do.
Yeah, but like, bro, if we can see the guys that beat Henry,
I just
beat
need a shot
Henry-
at the time of fucking me.
Yeah, bro, he's putting his fucking head in the second row.
But here's also the other side of it. Do we want to see Sean move up to 145?
No, not yet. There's too many fights.
I
in
do at some
135.
point.
At some point, yes.
I mean, there are
I
three
wanted
fights
it
here
right as
that-
soon as the fight happened.
There are
As soon as
three
he lost to
fights
Rob,
here.
I was like, I need to see Sean.
Sean is still the
right
number
now. I'm gonna.
Sean is still the number one contender.
Right.
I don't want to see him fight most of the guys that are on the top 10 of this bantamweight division.
I want to see Corey beat Merab. I want to see Shug fight Henry, and then we have Corey versus Shug because that's who Corey wants to fight.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad card. I'm down for that. But
And then after that, we win the title, beat Corey, and go straight to featherweight.
I don't know, man. I think that Diego
The fact that
Lopez
there's-
versus Sean O'Malley would be an enormous fucking fight.
I mean, Shug versus
Diego
anybody in the
Lopez.
featherweight
Okay,
top.
that would
Anybody
be
in the
fun.
top five.
Striker
featherweight.
versus striker,
Oh,
fucking.
I'd rather
exciting.
Shug. I'd rather see. I'd rather.
There's a lot of good fights for
I'd
that
rather
first
see
fight. And if you
Shug go
knock
fight
out-
Yair.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I'd
I
rather
love
see
Yair.
him.
though.
I'd rather go see him fight
Shout
Yair.
out.
I don't know, man.
La
I think
Bandera,
Diego
whatever.
versus Sean is a huge fight. I think it
For
is a
sure.
big money fight, and I think that it puts Sean at the top of the 145 division.
For sure, but
Because
Diego's
Holloway's retiring after his next fight, right?
no. Poirier's
No?
retiring in
Poirier,
that fight.
Poirier.
I think that they're gonna book for the featherweight division. You can put it on the word right now. I think they're gonna book Yair versus Diego Lopez.
That's the move.
And I think they're gonna book that for UFC Noche in San Antonio.
Okay.
Wait, are they doing Noche? Is Noche
San
a
Antonio.
yearly
It was
thing
supposed
now?
to be
Yeah.
Guadalajara, and now it's.
I don't know that I'm down with that.
Yeah. Well, I kind of agree.
I know that like Mexican fight or
Can I grab that?
Mexican.
You mind?
Just,
Hit the button.
Gotcha. Well, I was literally just
Oh, I'll double duty.
yeah. Suck on them titties.
But yeah,
I'm not so sure that
I
like.
think Shug just needs to kind of just remember what got him to the dance right now. Remember who
Picking
he's-
smart fights.
Yeah. Remember who he's favored by, and
I don't
just
know that
do his
Shug
thing.
needs to do anything. I think that Shug just needs to be Sean.
Yeah,
and enjoy
that's
being
what I'm
Sean.
saying.
Well, I think he also lets the division play out a little bit.
That's what I'm
See
saying.
happens.
Do
Yeah.
I hope that Sean doesn't take
He's
credit
taking
until,
time
like,
in between
December
fights
and
before.
the-
You
That's
have
what
to
I
wait
think.
before.
It'll be
Sean
fourth
fights.
quarter of this year.
If he wants to take his time, go ahead. But he's saying apparently December this year.
Yeah, that's what
That
I
would
think
be
it'll
sick.
fourth
That would be
quarter.
another 6.
I think that Sean shouldn't be in
a
camp
couple days.
until his
December,
son.
yeah.
I think that Sean shouldn't be in camp until his son's at least 4 months old, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
I think
December
that,
is 6 months, over 6 months.
because like Elena's how old now? 3.
She's four.
Four.
We just had Mateo.
So like
And
yeah,
just
so I
had
don't
Mateo, yeah.
like unless they have another one here in like the next 2 years, like they're gonna be done. Because like Sean's what 30?
I'll tell you right now, Shug's having more babies.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he said he wanted to have like 15 of them,
Yeah.
but I know that she didn't want to.
I mean,
Yeah.
15 might be a little.
I'll tell you what something I do know. She was done after Elena,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like
and
the
now they
fact
have
that-
Mateo.
yeah, like when I joined the gym, she had said that they were not going to have another one.
Right, and now they have
And
Mateo.
now they have, yeah, but like I don't know that they.
And they're also building another house, and they're also, a lot of shit's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I will say, I don't mean to cut you off. I will say one fucking really cool thing that I do want to emulate with some friend, any friend group really that's down to do it genuinely and naturally. Bro, Shug and Tim are gonna live the dream for the next 40 years better than they lived their first 30.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. They are gonna be completely self-efficient.
Oh, yeah.
Self-sufficient for the next however long.
Yeah.
They've got 10 acres of land.
They've been building
They've got 10 acres of land.
Yeah.
They have a warehouse to work
The
out.
gym.
They've got the gym.
Yeah.
They've got
You-
chickens. They've got animals. They've got
Shout out to
everything
chickens.
they need.
You're not wrong, but you have to tend the land in order for it to be that way. So like I don't know that they've got like a large garden or anything like that they could actually like have their own.
I think they
produce
built it
from.
above ground garden.
Yeah, but like I don't know like how big that is and like whether.
I mean, it's not gonna grow
sustain-
corn. You know what I mean?
Right. So like I don't know if you can actually sustain your family on that. So like one of those things like it's very. It's
I
a
understand
neat-
what you're saying.
What they're doing is very neat, and like I was talking to the girl that I'm talking to the other day about this, like having that homestead where like you've got like animals and like things that like you have food on property,
Yeah.
like that you are taking care of and feeding and have a relationship with is like one of the more fulfilling things that you can do in your life.
I want to so bad.
And if you like money wasn't an option, like that's what I'd be doing.
Oh,
like,
for
I would have
sure.
a little farm and just
For
like be growing
sure.
my own food, hunting all the
And
time.
I'm not a manual labor guy, but I tell you what, if you give me a plot of dirt, I'll become a manual labor guy.
Yeah.
You
but
give
the
me my
problem-
own plot of dirt? Fuck yeah, baby! Let's
Problem
get
is
to
getting-
figure it out.
Problem is getting the plot of dirt.
You're right. Yeah, 100%.
However,
Well, that's
home prices are starting to come down a little bit.
well, with where I want this shit to go, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm doing this shit and we get money to be able to just buy a plot of dirt and then just start chipping away by other.
Again.
You know what I mean?
We got to build the audience
sound like a
first.
dream.
Yeah, you putting the cart before the horse. On
No,
that.
I'm right.
You gotta
so
get there though.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
You gotta,
I'm
look
gonna
for,
get there.
gotta look for a
It's
I'm
one
gonna
of
get
those
there.
things that like I think delusion is like a very healthy thing for people who like want to be famous and like it's one of those things.
It's a little
like,
healthy
you gotta-
balance though.
Yeah, you got to believe in yourself in an unreasonable way.
Yeah,
to
for
get
sure.
there. So like I do support your vision and like
That's
I
kind of what they
He's
mean.
the left
when-
side of my
That's
brain.
kind of more what they mean when people
You
say
don't
fake
have
it.
a left side of your brain.
Which is why you're my left side of my brain.
Yeah,
That's why
fair
people
enough.
say fake it till you make it. That's more what they're talking about. You kind of gotta.
But it's not even- I
kind of
feel
act
like-
like you're at.
Yeah, yeah.
Supposed to be at the dance.
I
before
hear
you're
you.
Supposed to be at the dance.
But I feel like I feel like fake it till you make it is not genuine, bro. If you can know yourself and
Yeah.
know what you're good at and
Yeah.
actually attack those things.
Yeah, exactly. But that's
Oh man, it doesn't matter
it's
what
not really
you're in.
faking. It's more like feeling like you belong there.
Yeah.
Because you know you belong.
I know I
And
belong.
then eventually,
Yeah.
everyone else will see you
Eventually,
belong there.
someone goes, "Oh, he belongs."
He belongs here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
exactly.
Yeah, he's good to go.
That's what
But
it
yeah,
is.
if we get to the point where we're like the size of like a Flagrant or a Tim Dillon podcast or something like that in the late future, like yeah, we will have a studio that sits on a fucking plot of land where I have cows and fucking
Consistency.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
all. That's
Yeah.
all they got. And that's all. That's the
Yeah,
big thing.
I just want a plot of land where we could build a little studio setup.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking of-
hopefully, I want to buy a house in November, so hopefully we'll have an actual real studio here.
Well, let me know when you want to buy a house because I can do the loan for you.
Well, maybe we'll see. I've got friends in the mortgage industry. I'm gonna shop, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we won't charge you. We
Yeah,
won't charge
I'll
you.
get you,
So
get
let me know.
you the quote.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just let me know.
But yeah, man. Shouts to Sean and Timbo for real. They changed my
Paved the
fucking
way.
life. Yeah, man. They changed my life. They fucking moved me out of here.
They
Made me-
changed all of our
all
lives.
of us.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
at Red Hawk's life. And
Dude, I was 300
thankful.
pounds.
If you're engaged, they've changed your
Yeah,
life.
bro,
If you're
and-
engaged.
And I was at the Sphere. I didn't like watch the fight at the Sphere, but I was in the whole fight.
We were
week.
there.
Yeah, and then we were there, and then we were here at Jersey. And it sucks, back-to-back losses or whatever. But at the end of the day, bro, those two are forever. Like what you're saying, they're forever gonna be legends.
Dude, yeah, it's
I
like
think it's gonna make our team so much better.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
100%, and it's
and-
gonna weed out the
and-
fucking rats.
and
We're
well-
gonna exterminate the rats with this because they're popping out right now. They're popping out.
They
All
sure
the little
are
rat,
popping out.
all the little rats are popping out
Listen.
right now, and they're getting exterminated
Listen.
one by one.
I've always
And
said.
it's a good thing.
I keep out of the politics.
No,
I've
yeah, I
always,
get you.
I've always said.
I've just been hearing some things that I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
I'm starting knowing some coincidences.
Yeah, of course,
if that
of
makes
course.
sense.
And listen, I've been. If Schmitty's number one, I'm number two. I've been barking up this tree
Yeah.
for a minute, and I've been well aware of what's
Yeah.
been going on.
Like we're talking.
Uh,
yeah, go ahead.
But what I will say is, and I've always said, and I've always told Schmitty, because he deals with this the hardest, being on the internet.
Right.
Brother, genuine people last.
Yep.
That's where the
Fake
period
ones can't
ends.
stay fake forever.
Dude,
It's
they have to
too
get
tough.
lucky so many times.
Yeah, they're gonna fall over their fucking lives.
They have to get lucky
Eventually.
so much. It's like just being like a drug dealer or a convict or a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
You have to get lucky so many fucking times. The cops have to get lucky once.
Yep.
And that's it.
Eventually, those odds.
Eventually, the odds are not in your
Yeah,
favor.
eventually.
And so I always tell Schmidt, bro, stop worrying about all that. You already know what I could reference with whatever's going on. But I'm just stop worrying about all that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
it's gonna weed itself out.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna
I-
weed itself out.
And I think that's pretty much where we're at. We're
Yeah.
letting it all play out.
Yeah,
Like after
for
this
sure.
loss, bro, I feel like we all kind of just grew together more in a way.
Yeah, I understand that.
Back in.
Cut back in.
We are at an hour and 45 after the cut, by the way.
After the cut, so we got
After
an
the-
hour and 45.
We're
in
already
now.
banked an hour
Okay,
and
bet.
45.
We'll just wrap it
where
up.
we're at currently.
So I want to go back to our boy Cole. Our boy Cole is a killer on the camera.
Yes, sir.
And he's helping you do this, the Life of Pablo sequence that you're gonna be doing on
Yes.
your YouTube and stuff like that.
Yep.
What do you guys like to do outside of the contest stuff? I saw you guys always be hanging out. So what do y'all be doing?
So we've been doing a lot. I've worked in Tucson recently,
Uh-huh.
which was like a skate event, skate jam. It was like 90s vibes for Jars.
That's pretty fire.
Jars dispensary.
Oh, that's dope.
They had an opening over there, so we did the motorcycle thing there and shit, and they were skating. Anyways, he filmed that, and he's working on that video right now. So
Uh-huh.
another Globe stunt video. He does crazy edits. He did a Arizona Bike Week one for us. There was like the weekend.
So is he doing it for you and the Globe of Death
Yeah,
squad?
shout out to Globe
Okay,
Death
bet.
Squad.
Yeah.
It's a team from Texas that I worked with pretty much a lot of my career.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's worked with us now a bunch of times, but we're working on filming some other things. I could tease a few things, I guess. Like I said, we were in Tucson.
Yeah.
While we were in Tucson, we went to Old Tucson Studios, I think it's called.
Okay.
And it's basically an old Western studio that's out there, like in the middle, like the desert.
Oh,
or some
that's
shit.
sick.
And kind of naturally became an idea that we want to do a zombie Western out there. But we're gonna make it like a short, so maybe like 20 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
But we're still kind of developing that.
Just a little short film?
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Well, dude, since I was a little kid, I loved zombie movies. Like
Yeah.
28 Days Later, fucking Dawn of the Dead, shit like that.
Yeah.
And I've hated that nobody's done like something, a zombie Western type shit.
Yeah.
And Westerns are fucking big, right?
Westerns are
Like
bangers.
Sinners
Yeah.
and all that stuff is out recently, so.
Like you're talking about doing like a zombie version of some Django type
Yeah.
shit? Yeah, that'd be
Basically.
fire.
And
Yeah.
like, the way we got it, it's like, it's not gonna seem like it's a zombie movie until it is. And then
Till it is,
all hell
and then
breaks
it's
loose.
on.
Yeah.
Yo, have you seen The Last of Us?
Yes.
Kind of like that when
Yes.
they're in Montana
Yeah,
type
some,
shit?
Some wild shit, like some Western.
Yeah.
Western. And there's like a mountain that has like this lone graffiti like house on top of the mountain that I was up at. and I'm like, that could be the final shot right out there. So, anyways, no more
That's
teasing.
fire.
So, anyways, we're doing that shit.
And let me know if you need some actors.
I was about to get to this. So, there's something else that we're trying to get actors for right now.
I got you, dog.
Because we're trying to do this shit this month before Cole has to go out to UFC in Vegas. I saw the Super Smash Brothers over there. Basically, the concept, I've been telling everybody about this, bro. Everybody in Jersey, every time I tell people about this, they get a fucking crack at it. Anyways, basically the concept is Super Smashed Brothers.
Okay.
It's real life Super Smash Brothers. Basically, all of us that are in the Jobin community, for the most part, people that want to guess, be a cameo, whatever, are playing Super Smash Bros. Characters. Starting with me and Cole.
Okay.
I'll say what I'm playing. I'm playing Super Mario.
Okay.
That's my character. And Cole will be playing Solid Snake.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
So basically, it's real life shit to where we get into arguments for whatever reason. These characters get into arguments for whatever reason, and all hell breaks loose. They start fucking fighting. And we start doing some shit in real life dressed as these characters.
That'd be sick.
We kind of have the beginning shot, basically. We're going to be having a GameCube right there. We're all on like a couch like this or whatever. We're about to fucking play
Some
the game.
Jumanji shit?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
getting sucked in?
And we're about to fucking play
Fuck yeah, dude.
And we're about to play the fucking game, and then all of a sudden, we're in it. And then we're all in the same setting, but we're all now the characters, you know what I mean? It goes from there. So I don't know who your favorite Super Smash Bros. Character is.
Yo,
There's
I'd be
some that are
Kirby,
already.
dog.
There's some
I'd
that
be
are already.
Kirby.
Kirby?
I'd be Kirby.
Bro,
Come on
it's
now.
available.
Come
you
on
got
now.
Kirby, dog. You'd be a perfect
There
Kirby.
you
I like
shave
that.
and everything.
What about
but
you,
I got
man?
Kirby.
Like,
Link?
Yeah.
We do have a Link, but he could be young Link because he's a smaller guy.
and
He
I'd
could
be
be
like, I'm the real
Ooh,
one.
that'd be perfect, dog. That's
We got the
perfect.
sword sitting right next to you, ready to
Holy
go.
shit, dog.
Yeah,
Look
but
at that.
this would be fire.
So we're trying to get that film pretty soon, and it's gonna be super quick shit.
Yo, the red boots that I could wear should be the big red fashion boots.
Dude,
that were in
yeah, I
style
know,
like a
yeah,
year ago.
yeah.
We should get a pair of those.
That'd be tight, dude. That's perfect too, because we even thought because it's Brendan Schmitty show. Brendan, his best friend Brendan, is like the short, like blonde kid. We're like, oh, you'd be perfect.
Who's
Wait,
Schmitty gonna be? Bowser?
Bowser or Donkey Kong? We're
Fuck
trying to
yeah,
be-
dog.
Yeah, he's gotta be Bowser or
Yeah.
something like that.
Because
Yeah.
like it makes sense on Mario and
Yeah,
shit. And
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
be taking my girl.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Peach.
yeah.
And Solid, the way it starts, like we're pretty sure it's gonna start with Solid Snake giving Mario shit about Bowser taking his girl, whatever, and then Solid Snake and fucking Mario get into a big fight. And that's
And
being
then
Cole.
that's how.
That's the first one, and then we'll go from there as we get more characters.
That's
Cool.
fucking so.
But it's all gonna be like reels. We're thinking like reels, but like full.
So it's gonna be a
movies.
series,
Oh, yeah.
a series of
We're
reels.
starting with one
That'd be dope.
fight and then go on from there.
You do it on,
Different locations. Yeah.
Snapchat as well, now, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
Because
do
you
that
can
on
make it
Snap as
long.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
That'd be
That's a
fire.
good idea, actually. Yeah.
That'd be fire. If you could do 20 minutes of reels and
Oh,
do
yeah.
a full story,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah,
sick.
and we could film it all at the Joker House.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
pretty
you
good.
can film it
We've
anywhere.
already been looking for props like breakaway glass. Shit
Yeah,
like that.
that'd be so sick.
Well, I will, my phone's on there, but I'll order a Link hoodie after
Dude.
this, and then there's a
And
couple-
that's another thing. You can wear whatever shit you have because that
Well,
makes it better. You don't
yeah.
need to full on like the
Yeah,
character.
nah.
You just
Funny
gotta
enough.
have to have the idea that you're
Yeah.
the character.
funny enough.
When the budget goes up, we'll
Dog, I'm gonna be
appreciate it.
shirtless, bro.
Mate,
I'm gonna be shirtless,
Just-
shaved and shirtless, with some SpongeBob
I'm
shorts.
covered, motherfucker!
with some SpongeBob shorts on, like
Oh, fuck yeah,
halfies,
dude.
just like right
Dude,
here,
it's
dog.
so funny too.
Like right here, some
Yeah.
big ass red boots.
Dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Smash Bros.
I'm Kirby, bro.
Cinema.
Let's
I'm
go.
Like it's funny
go.
though, 'cause we were talking about like, dude, nobody's gonna want to be Kirby in this motherfucker, right?
I'll take
Yeah,
a Kirby, bro. The fuck?
Mikey's getting
Absolutely.
Dude, and this motherfucker is regular Link.
Yeah.
And we got
Yeah.
young Link. It's gonna be perfect.
Bro, what do you mean nobody wants to be Kirby? Kirby's goated in
dude,
that
he
game.
was the
Kirby's the best.
OP.
Yeah, he's so
as
OP.
fuck.
I'm
That's
taking
probably why
Kirby
people
all
like
day.
him.
In the original.
Give me my little
Yeah.
hammer, dog. I'm
Yeah.
straight.
But I fucked with Meta Knight too. He was
Meta
Knight
that was
solid.
like the man
Meta
with
Knight's
Kirby right
sick.
there.
Yeah, Meta Knight's sick. No, you're right.
But
But
there
that'd be a
was-
hard costume to pull off.
Yeah, Ash Ketchum's gonna be in it. Somebody has to
Yeah,
be Ash
because they got
Ketchum.
Pokemon now.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Dude, I might have to be Ash Ketchum.
Yeah,
but
that's a
if
lot.
we can't find a Kirby,
Yeah.
that's fine. But
Yeah.
I might have to be Ash Ketchum. That'd be fun.
But-
Yeah, because he's Pokemon Master
Yeah.
in the game.
But yeah, that's just a couple of the ideas me and cameraman Cole got coming up.
Colt
Shout out.
45.
Colt
That's a
45.
dope project,
On
bro.
the camera. That's gonna be sick. Imagine when we get a plot of land, we just do it all on the same fucking plot of land.
Yeah,
dude.
it'd be tight.
It's gonna be sick.
That's where we could do some crazy shit. But like I said, Tucson, bro, it's so run down and shit.
Oh yeah,
and
there's
the
shots
time-
everywhere.
One day to film there, I could get the budget for it, and we could pull some crazy shit. We could even do some of the Smash Bros. shit out there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the location because
Yeah.
like there's a film that I want to make that's like gonna be in a like secluded like
Dude.
yeah.
Because, okay, so it's called O Tucson Studios or whatever, and they do some kind of like Halloween, like nighttime thing. That's when we want to go, like, fucking do some cool shit with everybody.
Yeah.
So we can get, like, a big group
That'd be
to go
sick.
down
Go do
there.
a Halloween weekend trip or
So
something
this
like that.
October coming up, they do, like, some shit. That's their popular time.
That's the
Sweet.
fire. Let's do it.
We
Yeah.
can do that.
All right. Well, we're about 2 hours here, my guy.
Yeah,
so
look
we're
at
gonna
that,
call
boy.
it. We've been on a good streak of 2-hour pods.
Yeah.
My boy.
Crushing it.
Producer Alex doing a great job.
Appreciate you, Jobin.
Daytrippers.
Sean, Timbo, all the Jobins, Schmitty, fucking cameraman Cole, Luke's helping me out too. Love all y'all. Love you, Mikey, for bringing me
Appreciate
out
you,
here.
my boy.
Being one of the reasons I'm out here.
Cris.
Shout out, my boy. Love
Appreciate
you guys. Yeah.
Yo,
To
y'all.
the
that
next
was-
one, bro. I can't wait to do another
Yeah,
one.
Oh yeah.
Let's
We'll
do
have
it.
you back.
For
100%.
sure.
There's so much more to talk about, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even talk about the fact that I've been in a bunch of street fights in Florida, and there's a video on YouTube of me doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bring out the drama at the very end.
Yeah, on concrete.
Bro.
When was
But that's for
that?
another time.
When was that? When was that?
2022. I
Okay.
had a few smokers out there, but there's one on video.
We'll put a plug in it. Next episode, we'll start off with
We'll go
that,
back
with the
to it.
street fights, for
Yeah,
sure.
for
All right, Day Trippers, this is episode 11.
Yeah.
Episode 11. Haven't
Sugar
missed.
Shane's still the GOAT.
Yes, sir. It's all right. We took a loss
And
this
you
weekend.
just gonna
but-
take a while.
Yep, exactly. Criskub on the beat, y'all. Episode 11. We appreciate it. This is
Love
Mikey
y'all.
Music. Day Trippers, we appreciate you. Jobins.
Shout out
And
to
last fucking shout out. My boy Jace the Ace.
Yep.
You're the fucking man.
I knew it.
I appreciate you. Sicko Cards.
Cards
Go
to
check
check
them out. We're going to be plastered
To the moon.
their socials all over our posts here. I'll be shouting out a little tag here on Instagram as well. Jace, Sicko, we're out. We appreciate y'all. Day Trippers. We'll see you next time.
Stay trippy, Jones.